But I've also just realised that Roll20 hasn't asked for my whatchamacallit. There you go. Now you'll be able to see me. Ah.
I like whatchamacallit.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
As soon when you popped up there, it froze for a second for me. So I saw it was you like a L'Oreal commercial, just like with your hair.
Do a small hair flick, yeah.
Yeah.
Hair flick of the Gestapo.
Oh, I really want to watch the Death of Stalin.
Oh?
You might have to go back in time.
I don't know why you just talked about hair and it reminded me of that for some reason.
He's talking about the movie, Ben. The movie.
I think Ben was just making a crappy joke.
Yep.
Yep.
That's why I called it out, because it was a crappy joke.
I love that director.
Okay. So since this is everybody, though we're still waiting on Ben to actually get into Roll20.
I'm here.
Magno.
I'm going to turn Ben up, I think, because I can hardly hear him.
I can't turn him up anymore. He's as high as he can be.
200%. Ben, talk.
I am the very bottom of a modern major general.
Yeah, that's better. It's still low, but it's better.
Wonder if it's your Discord settings whenever you restarted.
You talking about me or Ben?
Ben, because I'm hearing the same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. I was going to say, for me, for the other people, it's fine.
See, I'm having to turn you and NG down. Midge and Ben are fine.
I'm always fine.
Giggity.
It's because all of my
Is that a
sound
giggity
adjustments
thing?
are on here, so I can just slowly turn myself up.
It just
I
does
keep coming back up.
Yep,
and
you're
back
gone.
And back and back.
Google Chrome not want to actually use cameras today? Oh no, there we go.
Yeah, I had to refresh it, and it gave me the option.
Yeah, well, they're pushing out they're putting out, it's not going to be the beta patch anymore. It's supposed to be the live patch for the stuff. Webcams. That's what I've heard. Just finishing off.
Pigs to the left of me.
Okay. So this is it for today.
Mhm.
Are we live or not?
I think so.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because you didn't say anything. I didn't want to start without.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
We're live.
Okay, well, we're going to be a little light on the players this week, because Togg's got a job finally, and that means he can't join us anymore. So we're short a Togg, and unfortunately, we were supposed to have a Bob today, but he's stuck in Wyoming or one of those places. Due to snow, right? You said snow?
Yeah.
Snowstorm.
It's not the
freak snowstorm.
It's not the apocalyptic rainstorm that's been going on in the Midwest the last couple of days. Or it is
Poor Bob.
over in Illinois. Got 5 inches. So we're down to just you 4. Which
Oh,
isn't an
no.
insult. You're fine. Yeah, it's good.
We have a
But-
properly balanced crew for the first time ever.
Actually, no. It's balance is 5 to 6 in this game.
Oh, well, fuck it. Then we're all screwed. Everybody.
Hey,
on the
no,
ship,
we
we're
did a
abandoning
fight
the
with only
station.
3 of us last time. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. Still salty. But yeah, last week. Does anybody want to give a summary or a recap of last week?
Let's see. What the fuck happened? Was zombies?
Necromancer guy.
Was that last week?
There was the
Yep.
airlock issue.
Well, I
zombie
mean, last week was
pens,
D&D, but last
and
time
the necromancer dude who got insta killed. That's what I remember.
Ben is fucking quiet today.
That's what I keep saying.
I don't know what to tell you. My
There
all
you
my
go.
settings are exactly the same.
Hey, you just went way up there now.
Didn't for me, but oh well.
See what I'm saying?
That was-
I can't
that-
do anything.
All right. So nobody wants to do the recap this
I mean, I will if no one else does, but
I mean, I
Go
was
for it.
pretty passive last time because it was pretty combat heavy. I didn't have too much to do, so
I mean, you were just poking zombies.
okay, I'll go for it then.
yeah, I was doing that.
So, last time in Starfinder Into the Void, we continued our investigation of the missing people in the lower wards of the space station that we are currently inhabiting while our ship is repaired. We went down and we finished off the zombies from last time, and we continued down into the depths of the space station, going right down to the subterranean levels of where like safety bunkers and such are. And at first we ran into some space goblins who accidentally blew themselves out of the airlock after we threw a grenade at them, and they all died. Following that, we continued down and we found cages upon cages of zombie, and those zombies were clearly some of the missing people. Savant Jones, like the heartless android he is, decided to slowly end the apparent zombies with his cane.
Putting them out of their misery. So horrible.
I mean, we could have tried to find a way to turn them back, but anyway, I don't know if that's how it works because that's what my character thinks. Anyway, but we can myself, Royce, and Screek, who has since vanished, continued on down the hallway where we came across a man looking at some people in a cage. These people were alive. We decided to take him out police style and shoot first and then say that we're the police. Following that, us three handled him. Savant Jones, P6, and
Oh, I didn't do shit.
and what's Bob's character called?
Damien.
Cyber?
Damien. And Damien joined us for the clearing up of the apparent necromancer. And, yeah, that's where we left off. We just looted the guy, and, yeah.
We got some rings off of him or something like that.
No, you
We
do
gave
have
you
a
some
handout
wand.
for this.
We gave you a wand.
Oh, it was a wand. Right. Wand.
And there was a gun that I wanted, but I wasn't allowed it.
You don't know that there was a gun.
I'm pretty sure you'd notice a gun, so I'm picking up a gun.
Nope.
This is the fight. And then just
Oh, yeah, with all the medieval villagers, like they've been lifted off a Stargate world. Oh, speaking of star stuff, right, let me just point this thing out behind me. So I got a really late Christmas present today because it was like held up by
because it's pretty late. It's February.
yeah, like
Or really
yes.
early.
So it's a poster, but we didn't expect it to be this big. Nor did I expect it to what it to be of. If I show that, can anyone tell me what game this is?
I have absolutely no idea.
It's like 50 pixels. Oh, it's Cassandra. Rimworld.
Oh my god, you got a RimWorld poster?
Got a RimWorld banner. It's not a poster, it's a banner. Like,
That's pretty sweet.
I mean, it's really
Damn.
cool, but like, I was like, Jesus Christ! I don't know where to put it. I'll just
You gotta
hang it
knock down those
outside
3
and
top
advertise.
posters on your wall behind you and just replace them.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking of putting it across the 3 at the top and like have it as a header.
Or you could space them out so it's right behind you for your streams and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
for if I'm streaming RimWorld, I just have RimWorld in the background of me. That would be
Yeah,
subtle.
that gets some
advertising.
people's like a dev's attention.
Yeah, I might tweet. What's his face? I don't know how to say his name.
Tynan?
I keep saying Tyrant.
Tyrone?
I keep saying Tyrant Sylvester.
Tyrant?
I mean, he makes RimWorld, so.
That sounds like I like that name though, Tyrant Sylvester. That's a great
Yeah.
name.
So I might use that as a D&D character.
Calling that as a character name?
Yeah.
Sounds like a. That sounds
It does
like
sound
something
like a D&D character.
Actually, I was gonna say it sounds like an unfortunate name for like a 007 parody. My name is Tyrant Sylvester. Just zooms in.
Tyrant Sylvester.
Okay, so at the end of the last session, you did finish off the fight, and Damien did let the I was gonna say villagers, let the civilians go out of the cage with the help of Screech, and told them to get out of here. So they started running, and they have now left the area, running down the hallway to the main lift out of here. And you are currently, you're currently inside of this emergency airlock area with all of these computer equipment and displays, a lot of dead bodies, some recently dead bodies that were moving and then dead again, and then one that is still warm because he's recently killed.
I zapped him good.
Yep. So
Classic
that is where
us.
we left off.
All right, so
Laying
time
down,
to kill all the
trying to
rest of the
recover.
zombies.
Oh yeah, you got really messed up, didn't you?
Lost all of my SP and 2 of my HP points.
Yeah, I didn't lose a single SP.
What did you get hit by? Oh, flame pistol. Right, got it.
And zombies, and I got hit by
Did
everything.
more damage to you. Is-
Oh no, I got hit once. I lied.
So yeah,
How
what do
dare
you
you
want
lie?
So what do you guys want to do?
I want to murder the rest of the zombies.
Can you just run down what was on the body again?
What was on the
What? How do,
robed figure's body?
Yeah.
Okay.
do I tell them?
Here, do you tell?
Oh, yeah. Do you?
No.
We did. You
Oh,
told
okay.
him something. 'Cause you gave
I
him
gave
one
Safon
to
the
Jones.
yeah, I gave Safon Jones the ones.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
There was nothing really else.
For that guy.
Medic!
We should probably get
we
to
have
somewhere
a
where we can contact the main authorities. Get
I
them.
have the authorities.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I mean,
Look at this ID badge.
we did contact them.
Technically, we
They said-
Look at
are.
my lanyard.
Technically,
did-
we are.
Well, when we did contact them, they said we had all that we needed. They didn't want to help, so.
Well, they'll want to help
that
now.
was
That was before
before
the cage.
this.
That was before the cages upon cages of zombies.
Which, by the way, when you look around the displays, one of the larger displays actually has labels for like 12 different cameras, and it seems to be night vision footage from inside of those rooms of each of the pens.
Or what if we just jettison them out the airlock?
What's on the video? Does it look like they're still
Oh yeah,
animated?
no, yeah, they're still animated, just kind of some sway in there. Others that you recently were inside of are still trying to like get past the pen, but not having much luck.
Just being pragmatic here. It's a situation that needs to be dealt with. They're dangerous. They're already gone. Needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, it's not our job though.
Kind of is.
No, it's not.
Well, technically, we were just supposed to
I
find
don't work
the
for the
guy.
police here. Like,
We found the guy. We can go.
Yeah, he's right here, and he's like the dead body.
All right, so do we just bring the corpse to Mississippi?
Here you go.
How damaged is the
Is that-
corpse?
Is that how the police work these days? They just come and bring you a corpse, just drop it at your house. Here you go, found him. Bye.
Ma'am, we have some bad news.
I believe Zippy's corpse is has been shot a couple of times by Max during the fighting.
Are there any?
I thought I
Maybe
didn't
hit by
land
a
any
flaming
shots.
sword.
Wasn't that the hilarious?
Oh yeah, you didn't. No, you didn't land the shots. It was Royce. He sliced it, sliced it up good.
I only landed shots on the last guy.
Yeah.
So it's looking pretty rough.
Yeah, looks like he's been fighting with somebody with a battle axe
Flaming battle axe.
made of energy of a star. So yeah.
So the wounds have been cauterized, so it's not that gory.
I mean, it's not like there's any blood in the corpse in the first place.
Oh, that'd be coagulated blood.
These corpses, as
Are they? Wait,
Oh.
are they desiccated? Have they been dried like a prune?
they've been drained. They were on a morgue table, the guy.
All of them?
Well, the ones that are in front of you, the two there, of the ones that you've seen, they've all been killed in different ways. All of the different zombies you've seen so far.
All right, so done.
Yeah, I think we just communicate with HQ and tell them they're down here. They deal with it, don't they? That's it.
I mean,
Our
Get
job
on the
is
radio.
done.
Zippy doesn't weigh very much, so one of you guys can carry him. We'll just bring him up to Mississippi, hand him on over, report this instant, jettison the rest.
She's
of the
not there.
zombies
Put
out
it
of
in.
the chase.
Put it on
Put
doorstep.
it in the mailbox.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess we could just lean it up against the door with a note.
I don't think that's quite right.
Oops.
Zip it! Oh my god! Just-
We're not taking his dead body up to his wife. Just leave it with the others.
Okay, do you want to just put it and stack it in the airlocks like the rest of them and jettison?
No,
them?
We're
No,
not putting him in the airlocks.
They might have their
Alright, how do you
own
think
protocols
how do you
for
think the
this.
space station deals with corpses. We don't bury them here.
They might have their own protocols, their own religious ways of dealing with it.
Yeah,
So?
someone might. Stephon Jones, you're going to be causing problems right now. If
Maybe they want to experiment on them. Test them.
Are you saying we can't dispose of the biological hazard because someone may have donated their body to science?
yes,
No, I mean maybe the authorities here want to experiment on them.
We are the authority. Wait, what? What?
No, we're just officers.
Are you saying
We
that
are the law.
problem goes all the way to the top?
Who knows? Maybe they want to deal with it.
We must
It's not our.
infiltrate
This is
the
not.
organization.
This is not our problem.
But you just said it was our problem.
it's
Rick
not our
tried
shot to
radio
call.
and reiterates the fact that you're inside of a shielded area inside the station, so radios don't necessarily work.
Yep.
Goes
Well,
to one
so-
of the wall
right.
panels that is readily
How
available
about
on all
one
the door
person
entrances.
One person
And
go get
clicks the
signal.
comms
I'll
button
just stay
on those
here.
wall panels.
Not be so sassy, Screek.
Thank you, Screek. Thank you.
Leave it here. No one cares.
This one is sarcastically happy to help you.
This one is sarcastically happy to help you.
So, I'm sorry, it's more Elcor than it is Screek.
Elcor.
Screek contacts Central, and when finally raises them and informs them of the situation that has occurred, Central tells you to wait there until a team from the upper wards can be sent down there in probably less than 15 minutes. Try not to do anything with the the zombies. She
Yeah.
corrects herself. If you're trying to do anything with the zombies, try not to mess with them. And just, if there's any evidence about why this happened or who this person was, check it out. Do your jobs, maybe. In that case, we'll have somebody down there to relieve you. Just don't do anything with the undead. Just don't let them out. Don't touch them.
So,
We'll have somebody down there soon.
Stephon Jones, what was it you were doing with the undead?
I wasn't doing anything with them. I mean, I killed that one over there.
No, the ones you were poking in the cages.
I killed them the same way you killed all of the ones in here.
Yeah, but they were free. The other ones weren't.
What is the difference?
These ones were a threat. The other ones weren't.
And you don't think that those cages could have been opened at any second?
Well, just standing there with a yardstick poking one at a time isn't going to solve the problem if they do open.
I could have dispatched the whole lot in 10 minutes.
Exactly. Well, If the authorities complain, it's your job to tell them why you decided to kill them like a sociopathic child playing with an animal outside.
I don't see what the fucking problem is. You killed some, I killed some. Get off your goddamn high horse, you fleshy organic piece of shit.
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. Somebody hold me back. I'm gonna shoot him.
Damien holds you back.
Thank you.
Damien holds you back.
In fact, if
It's not worth it.
the
It's not worth
situation
it.
is what it looks like here is I dispatched a couple undead. You actually killed a living human being who we were trying to take hostage, get some information out of him.
Well, that's
like,
your problem. I don't technically work for the police like you guys.
Oh, that does remind me. Citizens arrest. Well, not even a citizen. I am an officer of the law. I'll just arrest you here.
Citizens arrest.
Is anyone gonna stop the guy?
I don't care.
Leave it alone, Jesus Christ. Can't a bleeding person get some sleep around here?
Yeah, why don't we all go back to the ship?
Oh, it's so far to walk.
We've just been told to wait here for them to come down, haven't we?
All right, he can bleed out for 10 more minutes, and then we'll go.
You're
back.
not. He's not bleeding out.
I'm sure there's some open wounds with blood coming out of them.
Yeah, but he's not in danger of bleeding out.
There is blood coming out of him.
Is there a short rest mechanic in this?
Yeah, I believe so. Second. Just so you know, there's a Starfinder SRD website that you can search it, that you can look up.
Oh, there is? I didn't realize.
Yeah, and it's got a search function, so if you need to look up that kind of stuff, it is available.
Take out that wand and just start whooshing it around in front of me a little bit. Whoosh,
Star Jammer?
whoosh.
It's they have to use that because Starfinder is copyrighted.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, do you just sit around waiting, or are you like what are you doing during the, like they said 15-20 minutes it'll take for people to get down there? Are you just waiting around, or are you going to be poking around anything around there?
Is there any? I mean, should we check the computer systems, maybe? See if there's any information in there. Maybe he created he's got a log or a journal of what he was doing. Is he human?
If you check his robes, if you like take off the hood or pull it down, yeah, he looks human.
Looks human, so it could just be a fleshy Zentai suit. Okay, we gotta take his skin off.
That's the only way.
Yeah, I mean we don't know what's underneath there. Could be layers.
I have a problem with you cutting a guy's skin off.
Didn't you just put a couple bullets in him?
That's when he was actively attacking me.
And what's the difference?
He's dead.
Yeah, so he won't mind. I'm sure he minded the bullets though.
I'm
investigate
done
the
arguing
wounds.
with the robot.
I'm gonna investigate one of the wounds and just like pull the skin away from one of the open bullet wounds a little bit. Is it really human?
Yep, there's flesh underneath. There's
Fleshy. He's good. He's good. And he's not good. He's dead still. But he's definitely a human.
I'm gonna have
Probably a
an aneurysm.
Probably a human.
Surely someone could have just medical checked that.
You can spend one resolve point
See my
to
stats.
regain your SP, and if you take a full 8-hour rest, you regain all of your resolve points at the end of the day. At the end of that rest.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
So,
Anybody
so
know
do you actually?
stories?
So 12. Do you actually check or poke around inside of the computer system, or are you just?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go interface with its user interface.
Okay, it's not password locked or anything. It's all the computers are open. Go around between some of them. A lot of them have notes on decay patterns and decaying times. A lot of things dealing with with how quickly some wounds are rotting, or how long it's taking them to rot in a lot of these logs. You spend a couple of minutes kind of poking around. Then you get to what looks to be maybe a main terminal, and in there seems to be a pretty substantial personal log.
All right, bloopity bloop.
Okay, what does that mean? What do you?
I'm looping the computer. I'm going in.
Okay, yeah, it's a personal log. They seem to. What are you doing to it? Are you listening in, or what? Like,
Oh, is it like an audio recording?
yeah, they all seem to be of audio.
Yeah. Let's cue it up so everybody can hear this.
Okay, which one do you pick? The earliest, the latest,
The most recent.
most recent. Okay, it's labeled day 50. And you hear like a rustling noise, like he's handling or moving around like a microphone of some sort. And this kind of raspy voice comes up, and it's yeah, kind of like that. Or no, it was like enclosed. It was like takes it out of his pocket. Kind of a raspy voice comes up, and it's just day 50. We're on a new batch. The last batch decayed quicker than the previous. I'm expecting complete desiccation of the corpses before turning may lead to longer survivability and long-term viability of them as combat-ready entities. I must be careful. A couple of them got out over the last couple of days on Pen 13. I haven't been able to track them out. It may lead to the authorities becoming aware of my activities. And then a click, and then it's done.
All right, now cue up the first one.
First one. Same voice. Day 1. After my benefactors dropped me off inside of this out-of-the-way location, I was able to find a few willing volunteers for an experiment on the lowest level ward. What they didn't know was that the pen they went into for observation had a small bit of noxious gas released into it. The wand worked wonders. I'm surprised how easily it was able to turn the bodies and how quickly they came back. Over the next few days, I'll run experiments. The longer they can be used as viable combat troops, the easier I'll be able to transfer this into a profitable venture. And then click.
Zombies for profit. I'm gonna fiddle the wand around in my hand and just go. You know, this
Max.
guy had an idea. I mean, combat zombies. Not a horrible plan. I mean, doing this on a space station was a horrible idea.
I mean, how are combat zombies better than normal people?
Well, I mean, they're harder to kill. I mean, if I pulled out a gun and I shot Max here, and I'm just gonna.
But they're also stupider. They're not as
Yeah,
fast.
But a whole horde of zombies, also psychological terror. That's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
You saw how scared Savant Jones got.
You gotta kill the men to get the men. It just feels like a waste.
No. You just set up shop next to a funeral home or something. You don't have to kill the people yourself. That's crazy.
Well, this guy apparently was killing people, and then making them it. So
Yeah, well,
maybe you can't get dead bodies.
He's a bit on the unscrupulous side. I'm just spitballing plans here.
Was it a good idea to give him the wand, Max?
I tried. I thought it would get him off my back, but I might be wrong.
I'm not on your
Fair
back.
enough.
I'm across the room here. I'm not anywhere near your back.
By the way, Royce, and everybody, just so you know, healing naturally for HP, basically, if you take a full 8 hours sleep, you regain all of your resolve points, and you regain 1 HP per character level after a long rest. which is 8 hours. There is no, as far as I can say, there's no short rest mechanic because your resolve points are used to spend to recover your stamina points.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna walk over to one of those zombie pens, and I'm just gonna look for like a fresh one. I'm gonna try to like get up in its face and just be like, "What is your name?"
Where are you going to?
The
One of the
zombie
pens?
pen. I'm just gonna find the freshest looking zombie.
Which ones did you kill? Was it the first pen you came
The
across?
first pen we came across. I murderized everybody in there.
Okay, those were the freshest that you can recall.
Right, so the next pen over.
Okay. You go there, and there's about 10 in there. They're all somewhat active after hearing the commotion, and all kind of like at the chain link, like that keeps them in, isn't big enough for them to get much through, but their fingers, and they're trying to get through to you whenever you come into the room. And they basically just keep doing that. There's no change whenever you talk to them.
I'm gonna take out the wand and I'm gonna hold it up, and I'm just gonna like move it back and forth in front of them. Does anything happen?
No changes.
Oh, I'm out of ideas.
I just.
Thought maybe I could be a zombie lord, but apparently that's not how that works. So how did this fuck? So he must have not just he must have not controlled them in any way. Just put them in pens and poked them with sticks. Must have been the gist of it. Wow, this guy sucks.
There must have been a way to control. The others had guns, remember? Why would they carry guns if they weren't being told to?
No, well, a couple of them got out and may have
Yeah, it sounds
other
like they-
people. And those
There's
people
like a
had
zombie
this
rebellion.
latent,
It's like the yellow turbans.
neurological activity going on in there. They had guns, and then the zombies just, it's just muscle memory kind of thing.
Poor muscle memory, judging by the bolts, by working the
shots.
bolts. I was
There's a
thinking a
zombie
single
doing a
damn
mad
thing.
minute.
Well, I think they were firing. And Max was
With
just,
a dough-
grabbing
with
his
a doughboy
hands and
hat,
pulling
too.
them away from his
Yeah.
face.
That just gave me an idea for a really interesting setting for a role-playing game.
Well,
This is
Undead World
like
War
a
One.
zombie apocalypse during World War One.
Yeah. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I had a cool idea for like Alien Invasion World War II.
I think that's been done quite a bit.
Probably.
There's a
I
whole
mean,
book series by
Star
Henry
Trek,
Turtledove
Star Trek
on that.
Another episode of Star Trek did that.
Wow,
Henry
he
Turtledove
really
has
gets
a-
book series out, doesn't he?
What?
Henry Turtledove. He really has lots of different series going on.
Oh, he does. I think that one's the World War series, and then it goes into the Cold War series and the Homecoming series. It's like a 3-part series. It's I think like 10 books long, but it starts in 1940 or 1939 in World War II, and aliens invade, and then it goes from then all the way to the 1970s.
Wow.
Or
I mean, that's what the
1960s.
Germans said, but they look suspiciously like Polish citizens.
Funny enough, the aliens actually have a bastion
me.
in Poland during the setting. That's where they come into.
I mean, according to the
is
Germans,
what-
they
is-
Polish are
is-
probably alien.
Is Hitler the hero in it?
No,
Does he defeat the aliens?
no. Actually, everybody pretty much hates everybody in that. Like even when the aliens are up there, like Stalin and Hitler, they don't really talk to each other. The troops on the ground are trying to work together, but they still fucking hate each other, and shit like that. So that's why they can't do anything against them. Plus, they have jets and like helicopters and shit like that they're fighting against. So yeah, you look. There's about 50 logs total on the computer system. You listen to 2 of them. From what the gist, you got what you figured out. The guy's probably been down here for a month or 2,
2 months.
2 months and some change. Though you do remember he did seemingly order the 2 that you fought in the airlock room during the fight, because he did tell them to deal with you.
I've got an idea. And I know that you guys are not going to like this idea. But hear me out. Don't fucking roll your eyes at me, Max. Okay, I've got an idea. It's just a plan. We hear me. No, shut up. Hear me out. We strap down this guy's body. Max, you keep a pistol at his head. Royce, you keep your star sword out, like right above him.
It's an axe, but whatever.
Animate him with the wand, and I see if he responds to commands to the person who animated him. If he doesn't, you guys are there right there to take him out, take him down. But if he does respond, we gain some information.
How long has it been since we called Central?
About 11 minutes ish. Didn't take long for you guys to get through what you got through so far.
I don't think we have the time.
It'll take 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
I don't think I have the want or need to.
We need to gather information here. He had these zombies responding to him before. They don't respond to us. They don't respond to the person who held the wand. Maybe they'll respond to the person who animates them. Information is power.
Why would we need to know this?
Any information
Power?
is more beneficial than not having it. This guy was answering to somebody. We need to know how this shit works.
Okay.
We got these tables. We strap him down. He can't get out. If anything goes wrong, Max will be sitting there right there to execute him.
Are there straps on the tables?
I'm sure we can find something to tie him down with.
Yes, there are straps. I'll say there is.
Well, there you go then.
I mean, I guess it would be useful information.
All right.
Is it really that useful? Oh, I'm abstaining.
Okay, 2-4, 2 abstaining.
I am not getting involved.
Greek
Alright, Royce, let's fucking do this.
Hold on, wait, we gotta wait for Skreek and Damien Juno to vote.
They're going to. I don't know what the
That
fuck.
beautiful
they do.
blonde eyes.
They abstain.
We got 4 abstentions and 2 yeses. That sounds like a whole lot of yes.
Democracy in action.
Exactly.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going along with this.
Democracy in action. Somebody would be a anti-zombie lobby would paying you guys to abstain.
I wish.
One condition, though.
Yeah.
You don't use this on the regular.
Oh, I wasn't planning on just whipping it out wherever we go. We just need to gather some information here.
Well, I'm just making sure.
All right, so strap that bastard down.
Can you maneuver the body over to one of the beds? Strap him down.
And I pull out the wand and cast Fate Dead.
And laser axe thing.
You get that ready. You're like an executioner over the block. Okay, so you get the wand out, Jones. I just gotta check. What was the use then? Okay.
Bud, you want to come up here?
You activate the wand, channeling your magic into it, and kind of
Oh no.
like a sickly green color shoots out onto the corpse and then settles in. And then a few seconds later, it kind of just goes jolts against its restraints, jolts again, and then its eyes open, like kind of milky.
I'm gonna lean over it and I'm gonna wave the wand in front of me, and I'm gonna go. If you
wish
can
upon
respond
a
to me,
star.
jolt against your bonds twice.
Did you say?
If he could respond to me, jolt against the strains twice. Just what were you doing before? I don't know if he can blink or anything.
He doesn't move.
Doesn't move. Try to bite me.
Kind of reaches out, like it's like straining against the, and it just starts chomping. Yeah.
Try to bite Royce.
With almost, if it could have more, if it could be more for something than trying to bite somebody, it wants to do this more than it previously trying to go for Royce, and it's like
Wait.
trying to bite you.
Does the zombie even know who Royce is?
Well, I like pointed to him.
Ah.
Okay.
Got your information?
That's good information. Max, you want to come over here and take this guy out?
When you tell him to do some like tap dance or something.
No.
I really don't want
Royce
to.
is
I
right
mean, I
there.
might be a crazy robot, but I'm not going to unlash the zombie.
Gonna
We got the
bring my
information
axe
we
down
need.
on its neck.
Okay, well, I was gonna.
All right.
Okay, that's gonna be unfortunate, but okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna say
It
it's
works.
coup de grace. I'm gonna say it couldn't do anything to stop you. And anyways, what's your caster level? 12. Like, what's your level? 2. Okay, so that's your. Yeah, you bring your axe down onto it, and it just separates in the head for a split second, still trying to bite at you, like and then it just goes slowly down.
Grab the head and put it on top of the body and give it a little pat. Thank you. There's
Do
no
an
room for
intelligence
common-
check.
There's always room for common. Come on.
Yeah, do your intelligence check. 12.
What?
Or you could do a mysticism check.
I think that's the same, but let's do this. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
I mean, you're a technomancer, so you don't necessarily deal with very mysticism-based spells a lot, but you still deal with magic, and you know that spells that deal with bringing corpses back, like there's one that's just animating dead. Essentially, what it means is the more powerful you are as a spellcaster, the more of these animated corpses you can control at the same time. And it seems like you were like, even after just doing that, even if you didn't use a spell from your list, or you didn't use one of your spells for it, that took a lot from you. You think maybe you could only control one off of this, and you can definitely tell the one's kind of used up. You're not feeling as much magical connection with it, so it's definitely gone. Its charges, using a meta term, are gone for the day.
I'm gonna breathe heavily for a bit, reach out and grab onto Max's shoulders, stabilize myself. Buddy, took a lot out of me. Yes, this guy was clearly a very powerful spellcaster of some sort.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not involved in the fight with him in any way, but I'm assuming he did. He was. I mean, based on the information I could glean. Yeah. Anywho, where are those authorities?
Around this time, you start hearing footsteps down the hallway.
I'm gonna quickly unstrap the body.
Yeah. And coming through the entranceway, there's about 3 individuals wearing the same. You saw kind of a standard uniform in the upper wards of the security forces there. That these guys are wearing, so it's more like actual kind of almost like a quasi riot gear armor on it, helmets, and they've got like an actual identification badge, everything.
Yeah, our uniforms are like Riker in First Contact.
Yeah, yeah, kind of. They come through and they kind of look around. They look towards you. So, are you the team that called in?
Yeah, I hope you brought at least 2 gross body bags. There's a bit of a situation down here.
Well, we're not the only ones. There's about 5 others dealing with those things.
Yeah, highly suggest not letting them out of the crate unless you get those animal control collar thingies. That might help the situation.
Who would let them outside the crate? Do a perception check.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Actually,
Oh,
everybody
fuck.
can do a perception check.
Oh, God. 11.
Getting better. Getting better.
I'm not looking.
I
mean-
feel like Max is just permanently face bombing.
I'm just rubbing my temples. Like,
It wasn't a big. It wasn't a unless you basically critical failed. You weren't gonna miss this. Basically, right as soon as he said, "Well, why would we ever do that?" You hear in the background, just down the hallway, just like lights kind of shining like fire, and it sounds like maybe they're using some sort of flamethrower or something to cleanse the areas.
I'm gonna turn with a stern look towards Max and just go, "Wouldn't you been a more peaceful death for those things just been?" Oh, Jesus.
I don't run things.
We'll be cleaning up this area. Is this the
Fireworks? Fireworks. We figured that out. Fireworks.
Yeah, is that the person that did this?
I'm
Pointing
gonna
towards
point
the
down to
headless.
body there. I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, this is the head of the organization." I'm gonna grab his head and just lift it a little bit or something like that.
I'm not with him.
He gets a small chuckle. The what seems to be the leader of this. The other two are
I've
kind of
got
like
a
looking.
charisma of 6. I'm playing my character.
The other two are kind of looking around the computers and taking pictures and stuff. All right.
Can we download the logs that this guy all his entire journal before we go? Like make a copy for ourselves.
I'm gonna say you could. Yeah, you could
Just
copy
for-
it onto your
Just for
comms.
future reference. I'm an information whore. I
Yeah,
wanna
you
know
can get it onto your
things.
comm device or your computer if you have a computer. I don't know if you did or not.
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, you can transfer it over there. That's no problem.
I have really nice Wi-Fi on my.
All right. Well,
No
Why
fucking
don't you
2.4
all-
gigahertz bandwidth.
why don't you all just take a break for the day? It seems you've been through a bit, looking towards Royce.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure the director is gonna want to, or the sub administrator, whoever hired you, is gonna want to talk to you probably tomorrow.
William H. Macy was his name.
Okay. We'll deal with this. Was there anything else you found do you have any reports? Or is it just this?
There was another situation. You know how there's a damaged airlock down the hallway?
No, they wouldn't. You came down the long way through the ventilation
okay.
ducts. They came down the main
Um,
access lift.
Yeah. So there's an airlock a bit down the ways. There was a bit of a controlled explosion in there, and we may have ejected a bunch of goblins into space. Not really sure what they were doing. We didn't get a chance to.
They
interrogate
ejected
them in person.
themselves.
I'm assuming they came in a ship of some sort. I don't know if there's a blind spot on the station sensors or
they're-
something like that.
They're somewhat common. They're not. They don't usually hurt much. They just kind of just have to send a repair team down to fix whatever they take.
Yeah, definitely gonna wanna repair that airlock. There's a, and then
Well, how'd the explosion happen?
The rat threw a grenade.
What?
Huh?
In an airlock?
Yep.
Yep, it was a bad idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you should
did.
definitely all just take a break for today. It sounds like you've had a long day. Probably
Sounds good to me.
Yep,
Just-
yep.
just get out. Just go.
Yep. Oh, and just, we go.
I'm just waiting for
We still get paid.
Under his breath, while you walk past him and kind of out there, you can just hear him like, "Fucking contractors."
Hey, I wasn't even contracted.
Yeah, you're a subcontractor.
You've been contracted by the contractors. It doesn't take you long to find the main access lift from where you're at, and you head up to. I guess. Do you want? Where are you heading? Do you just want to head back to your ship and for the day?
I think we should go maybe report to the administrator first. The situation down here. Like directly.
Well, station side. If you look at your your like your onboard time, like your time, it's
Is it 11:59?
like it's pretty deep into the night. Like you went into the air ducts when it was just starting to turn into the station was just setting down for night.
Like closing up shop, we went down there, right?
Yeah, let's go sleep.
Yeah. Also, I don't think
You've had your
Royce is
8-hour
up for-
shift.
I don't think Royce is up for another kerfuffle. I don't really need the overtime right now, so why don't we just go back to the ship, bed down in our rooms, maybe, wait out the night. Maybe see how we feel in the morning.
Okay. Damien asks if maybe he could. He's kind of in between places right now, and with the heat on
I
because
have
of that.
no reason not to trust you, sir. Full access.
Beautiful blonde eyes.
Beautiful blonde eyes.
Yeah.
I kind of want Megan just to
Like-
switch up his icon so
Mitch is
he's got
dying
the
on
blonde eyes.
inside.
Blonde eyes, blue hair.
I want her to switch up that icon so that's what
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yeah, I know,
That'd be
right?
great.
That actually reminds me. I gotta get my artist to make up a Mrs. Magnus avatar now because she says she wants to learn how to play like U4 and CK2 and stuff with us.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
So it only took that one stream, and now she's got a taste for it.
Well, I mean,
She's got a taste for it.
She had a lot of fun. Because we met working together, and then we haven't worked together again in 8 years, and we used to work together really well. And she was like, I forgot how well we worked together, and I had a lot of fun, and we made a lot of money. Maybe we should do this more often. I was like, yes, let's.
Money, yes.
Wonga! Wonga!
Okay. Yeah, Damien joins you, and Screek does as well. We are 100% sure that Cog's not going to be joining us, right? Before I've got a way for him to out. I just want to make sure. He says,
From
right?
what I understand, he is bowing out of the sessions.
Don't work on Wednesday morning. Oh, that's done. Okay. Yeah, all right. I reread what he said. Okay. Yeah.
So
All
we're
right.
walking by, the airlock blows, and Screek is down in space.
He gets dragged out by the goblins into...
The goblins are just on the outside. They break the glass and grab him.
pull him through the window.
Because he killed half their family with a hand grenade.
To be fair, if he wasn't in an airlock, that was a pretty clutch move because those goblins do not have a lot of HP. He just rolled really shitty for the damage. So yeah, you get back up to the main docking area. At this point, compared to when you first entered the station and when you first came here, it's a lot quieter. It's like a a 24-hour airport, but like in the middle of the night. Yeah. It's like it's at that point nobody's there. Half the people are like sleeping on like
just going.
yeah, all the shops are closed down. There are people sleeping on those little chairs and just like trying to get comfortable. And you kind of walk through that to where you're docked at, and you go through your little side room and up to through the docking collar, and you're back inside of your ship. It's
Screek is arrested for trying to buy howitzers.
So you go through, and if you don't need if you don't plan on doing anything else for the night, you can get a full 8 hours sleep inside of your individual bunks. Damien just takes one of the passenger beds for right now. Nothing eventful happens throughout the night. And when morning comes, it's actually a little bit later in the morning because we went to bed a little later in the night. When y'all kind of start rousing up, getting into the galley for breakfast, getting your reconstituted protein and imitation coffee drink, and just like
Coffee instant number one.
Yeah, there is a message from the station comms logged on the ship comms. So there was a message sent in the morning for the hired security contractors to report to the sub administrator's office as soon as possible.
I technically wasn't hired, so I'm gonna go back to bed.
Well, I guess I'll go.
I'm going with him.
Okay.
I guess I have to go as well. Yeah.
So
Yeah, Screek's going
this
as well.
one has to go.
Yeah, you could play him if you want to, Midge.
My version
they
of
He's a
found-
robot.
They found out Screech was part of the robbery, and they're going to arrest him.
yeah. The thing is with
Excellent.
Screech though, if I played him, it would be like 10 times more racist than the way Tog played him.
Racist against who? Racist against who?
Basically,
Rat people.
Robots? Is that what you're saying?
it would legitimately turn into a Khajiit very slowly.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
This one has wares to sell.
Khajiit has words if you have coin.
So basically everybody but Max and Damien go, because Damien wasn't hired. So you head back over. You remember the way to the sub-administrator's office. It's fairly straightforward now that you know where it is. Doesn't take you long to get there.
Do we see that weird tentacle computer machine again?
Oh, you mean the mechanical machine that has like 3 arms and like these
Yeah.
like these different, like every key is a different finger on the arm, and it's just like doing that. Yeah, it's still clicking away, and the eyes. It's got 3 eyes that are.
Walk by. I'm going to pretend to tip my cap and just go, ma'am.
One of its eyes is tracking you, while the other one tracks somebody else in the office. The other one's looking down at what it's typing. So it's
With it.
it is very disturbing when you see it, because all the eyes are just.
Well, I think it's sexy.
But
I
you
think
get.
she's your type, Captain.
But you
Please
do.
stop calling him
You
Captain.
enter.
It's not helping the
Oh,
situation.
no, shit. I've done that thing where I've accidentally put a tab below my taskbar.
Well, you gotta restart.
How do you... what was the... someone taught me the hotkeys to get it back.
Time to look it up online. Time to Google it.
It was my fucking Google tab!
You have to use Internet Explorer now!
Fuck. Is it...
You could use Firefox if you still have that.
Yeah.
Now he's looking at his desktop icons. Do I still have it? It doesn't take you long to get in there, and you're allowed through. The robot takes one of its hands off, and all of its little key fingers form into one, and it presses a button. And then they separate again, and they put it back in
That's either
there.
deeply unsettling or kind of a turn on.
Depends on who you are. Inside, you see the same kind of thin, lanky man who's sitting behind his desk. He seems to be looking at like a hollow display that's displayed from his desk. And when you walk in, he looks over and says, "Oh, come in! Sit down, please."
Don't mind if I do.
Kind of waits for everybody to get in, then he presses a button, and the door is closed behind you.
Gonna sit down, cross my legs, move out my clothes, flip out my lanyard to make sure it's the badge is right there.
I was operating under yours.
I imagine it looks a lot like those stupid lanyards that GameStop employees have to wear.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
a plastic card with a label maker that says that somebody used a label maker that just Soffit Jones.
Essentially. Except this one's also got that little chip like certain kind of cards got, so you can put it inside of a door and it'll open things.
Nice.
So I hear you've been a bit of a shake-up with your investigations you were assigned.
Yeah, it led down an unintended path, but as a member of the law enforcement here, figured it was our duty to investigate and bring it to a close.
Uh-huh.
And I'm happy
Well,
to
you've done
report
more
that
than... You've done stating it. You've done more than just find the missing individual you were assigned to find. You also found a reason for the unusually large amounts of missing persons on the station as of late.
At least several dozen. I didn't take an exact head count, but there were quite a few. Several score, at least.
That is true. Yes, there were several score. That's
Couldn't
congrats.
think of a more arcane...
Windows key and the up arrow, apparently, is the...
Oh.
Now the more you know. just
I
a
think
commercial of Midge
it's
walking
120.
in front of a green screen. If you ever get your Google Chrome browser stuck below the taskbar, Windows key it up. The more you know, folks.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
There was about 150 people that went missing over the last 2 months.
That's about a few.
Yes, most of the ones that we found, most of the ones that that were down in the sublevels were down there. Where there was a few that were not accounted for, but we double checked the corpses that of the ones you dealt with in the lower wards proper.
Just a random thought here. Has anybody checked any of the dumpsters near the service elevator on near to Zippy's store? Wild idea. They might be there.
Wait, you mean the ones you fought? Because we had a team go down there and double checked.
Everybody got those ones?
Yes, yeah, those. Yes, we found them.
Okay. All right, good. Just make sure that's.
It was a good call to call the central before you went inside of the air vents.
Report our position. Professional like.
Yes, very professional.
Yes, indeed.
I have been informed by the dockmaster that you're not from his dock security forces. You were sent. You're a third-party contractor that he sent over here.
And a fourth-party contractor.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Third-party contractor. Yes.
He likes to jabber.
I talk a lot.
He's earned it. Well, I've also been informed of your situation. That you ran into some troubles in your last journey with your ship, and that you're not necessarily the original crew of the ship.
Unfortunately, no. They were unfortunate. There was an incident with pirates, of the dwarven variety, and murder, and
I've read the report.
yeah, it's all in there. It's all in there.
Well, it just so happens that that is something I have some control over. And the paperwork that you filed with the dockmaster is getting fast-tracked as somewhat of a reward for your aid in this situation.
That is quite excellent. Just out of curiosity, were we able to rename the ship on that paperwork or no?
You didn't put a different name down on the paperwork.
Knew we should have paid for that.
It's already in the system.
I'll just paint the hull. It's fine.
We also have the ability, if you'd like. Dockmaster is quite feeling generous due to the large amounts of his crews that have been shorthanded due to the troubles in the lower wards. Most of his crews come from there. He's offering you a repair on your ship. Judging from the exterior, it looks to have been in quite a scrap.
There's some scorch marks to deal with yet, indeed. That would be most appreciated. I would greatly appreciate that. I got several mechanics, but apparently they're just totally incompetent.
It's hard to pay for good help.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
You weren't paying me shit.
Shut up, you're not here.
Or was that Skreek?
Who is there?
You are not paying this one shit.
Shut up.
If you repaired the ship correctly, we wouldn't be in this situation.
This one does not care about your petty trifles.
I'm not sure Skreek is this one that really talks back that much, is he?
No, not really.
No, he was
tends
more
to take
I think his defining personality trait was that
He's
that
a rat.
methodology of speech and getting on the racial bandwagon.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
He also had a religion thing that he liked, but it didn't come up a lot. Well, with the current situation in the lower wards being resolved, there's been a slight downtick in the amount of crime over the last 24 hours. Seems those creatures have been perpetrating quite a bit of it. What had been logged for break-in attempts or random murders essentially were attacks or attempted attacks by those creatures.
Excellent.
We're transferring quite a bit of the upper ward security down there just in case some of them are still alive, or if there was any unreported missing persons that also escaped with the others that you dealt with.
Gotcha. Prudent.
Due to this, we're not necessarily going to need you anymore to work for us.
That understandable. Temporary contract and so on and so forth. Perfectly fine.
You are, of course, welcome back at Caraway at any time, and as the administration is also thankful, and we can't let the docks give you all the rewards. We have applied a good amount of time onto your ship's account for your dock time. As long as you don't abuse it, you shouldn't have much trouble.
No abuse intended.
Again, thank you
You're
for your
welcome.
help.
Yeah. Well,
I do have one question.
Yes.
A couple of our crew had some of their personal items taken before
yes.
we got here.
You'll have to speak directly with the Union garrison on the station to deal with that.
Okay, thank you.
I do warn you, though, I've heard some interesting reports about such items and your research on their legality. You shouldn't have any trouble. Don't worry, I don't think you'll be arrested. But I wouldn't guarantee on getting some of them.
I will take that back to our crew. Thank you.
He nods his head and clicks the button, and the doors open up for his office again. Kind of puts his hand out.
Yep. Good day.
And you leave.
Leave.
Yep.
Head back to the ship.
Okay, you are
That's
back
good.
on
That's
your
good
ship.
news, isn't it?
Somehow I must have stopped and restarted my stream because apparently we've only been live for 8 minutes now, or it's going really slowly today.
No,
You are
no,
so
we're an
bored
hour
today,
in.
Roach.
We're an hour
I'm
in.
trying my best.
It's me trying to find. That was probably when I was trying to find the hotkeys. like,
Well.
So,
Well,
I'm going to inform Max and I guess Damien about the recent good news.
Yep. Fill them in, and while you're at it, prepare the ship for departure.
Right. But first, we're going to go talk to the Union garrison.
Why?
Because, Max, you didn't get anything taken, right?
sure, I
think
got
Max-
I
I think he got all of his stuff taken.
Yeah,
I think it
it's
was
the other
only
way around.
it was Snow that didn't get anything taken, right?
It was Snow. Snow got coins taken as well.
Yeah, he got coins taken. Yeah.
But
Well, no, he didn't. No, he got all of his items taken. Didn't get any of the coins taken because he was a collector of coins.
Yeah,
is what he
that's
said,
right.
and he had the coins still. Yep.
Yeah.
He took those with him.
So I need to go
And-
retrieve all of that.
Right. So we're going to go get those things first because they'll be valuable in the future when we want to try and upgrade this some more.
Seems like a really bad idea.
You seem
You
like
also
a really
do
bad
know that-
idea as captain, but I'm not making any complaints.
They're illegal. They're illegal. We just got the legality of this whole owning a ship thing sorted. I'd hate to jeopardize that.
Fuck you and your ship.
Our ship.
So what's Damien doing?
Damien's just settling in. He doesn't have much to do. Just kind of been sitting around.
No, I meant because number 12 is saying let's go.
What does Damien
Damien
want to
come
do?
with
Is
us?
what you're asking?
Yeah.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. After he gets settled in for a bit, he leaves the ship. Says he's got to go deal with some stuff in the lower wards.
I'm gonna appoint him chief medical officer.
Okay.
Well,
He's a cleric,
since
right?
He's the best at medicine.
has things to deal with, why don't me and Max go and try and retrieve his items? And if all else fails, you can have the ship ready to go if we need to leave in a hurry.
And by leave in a hurry, I assume you mean that if you guys get in trouble doing what you're going to be doing, I'm behind.
Just so
I
you
wouldn't
guys. Just so you guys know, the repairs have not taken place yet for your ship.
Right.
All right.
Shit. How long
We
is
also
that
have to
gonna
deal with that.
Yeah, they
When
said
you
I
got
just need to
there-
go collect those items when we leave. So
When you got there, the outer windows to your docking to the docking tube, you see some external work being done, but it's still being done.
we got a day or two or something.
I don't mind going shopping.
Well, I mean, why don't Royce and Max? Why don't you take care of your legality issue? Well, we take care of the ship.
my only legality issue is that no, I'm not gonna go there.
Leave it.
Whether to legally kill you or not.
But how long can you guys hold your breath?
I mean, I have a spacesuit, so
Yeah.
I mean, just ballpark. Minute?
I have sniper training, so probably a lot longer.
What is it? Is it the same as D&D?
I think it's con modifier. I don't think they changed that.
Damn.
2.
So you can hold your breath for 2 minutes, max.
2.
2 minutes. Okay, good to know. That's not bad. Good enough. Just curious. Need to know information. All right, continue.
All right, so Royce and Max, what do you want to do?
we won't wait until we're actually ready to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. You ask some of the foremen that are just kind of on the inside of the docking area that are overseeing this. That it'll take about a day or two for the ship to be repaired to full back up to its full strength.
Ah,
Okay.
provisions. That might be a good thing to look at.
Yep, you have this time to do whatever you want to do.
Oh my
Yeah.
life! What the fuck just happened?
What is it?
What is it?
Your camera disappeared.
Everything just balked.
By the way, Roach, yesterday my group split the party into 4 ways. 4-way party split.
How's
Nice.
your party? How big is your group?
6? 4 parts.
Hey, it's the best thing to do. Split up.
That's really split up.
What? Oh god. Oh dear.
Ugh.
Sounds good, Midge.
I think I'm back. Discord, however, is also fucked right now.
Yeah, you're there.
I mean, we can
So-
hear
There you go.
Continue. Yeah, no, I can't see any of Discord though anymore. It's just black.
So you have this time to do whatever you guys want to do with. You can find jobs for your ship. You could, you could go and do some shopping. Whatever you want. You got about 2 days of time to work things out before you're able to leave if you want to have everything fixed.
Going to talk to Soph and Jones and see if we need to get provisions for the ship. Food, whatever. Android, the
Probably WD-40. What? You should probably restock food, ammunition for small arms. Make sure the weapon systems are. Do our ship's weapons use ammunition, or is it just like drain of power?
You have micro missile launcher, which
Probably top that fucker off.
but it uses it doesn't say in the rules that it uses actual. I mean, it has a distinct ammunition that it can only use before it's out, but it doesn't. There's nothing in the rules that say you how to get new ammunition or any prices for ship munitions. I'm gonna say it's constructed on board using basic materials that don't cost a lot. So
Okay.
it's just kind of a part. You know, it's like replicating a torpedo in Star Trek or something like that. They just kind of make
Up here.
Make another one.
yeah, just make another one. It just can't do it in combat because it takes a lot of power to do so. So you don't have to deal with that.
Okay. So why don't you take care of restocking the ship, making sure we've got enough small arms, grenades, backup batteries, all that good stuff. Bless you.
Right. So I'm gonna
Get it
take
done.
I'm gonna take an inventory of medical supplies, the food, and other like perishable or like things that we need to survive, food, water, that kind of thing.
You know, water is recycled on the ship, so you don't need any more
Okay.
Yeah,
for
you're,
the
you're
ship
drinking
stores.
my output.
Whatever.
Technically,
so
you're all
food-
drinking each other's output.
So food, and then whatever ammunition I can get for our weapons locker.
Okay.
So let me
Uh,
find what weapons we have. So energy rifle and pistol ammo and shotguns, I think. Shotguns, basically, or scatter guns.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of those. Those are easy to find. Those are pretty basic weapons. Nothing's too hard to find. You can find it at price, listed in the book. For medical supplies, you haven't really used any medical supplies aboard the ship, because you have
Well,
quite a bit
I
of.
didn't know how many we had in the first place.
Basically, you've got enough that you could deal with a pretty bad medical emergency a couple of times over because of all the emergency medical kits that are in the hallways and in the rooms and stuff. So you're good on that. Food, you're light on. You're very light on food because the stocks and stores for the food were vented, and you're on the emergency rationed.
Those taste good.
You're on the emergency ration, which is just protein, just reconstituted protein and calories at this point. That's made to kind of be something, but it doesn't really taste of anything.
I just changed my program and it can taste like anything to me.
Okay,
Technically,
reprogram
I don't
your
need to
taste buds,
eat.
It's fine.
So so that's what you got for food. Water's good. Ammunition, you can, like I said, you can pick it up at price if anybody's
Or
low.
just fill the larder. Make sure the pantry's busting at the seams because we could be out. We could be out for a while. We don't know what's going.
Yeah, it can take upwards, depending on where you're traveling from drift space. It can take you a while to get places
I'm sure it's
because
filled.
it's
You could
random.
you could use my personal cash as ship funds.
Okay, so I need a list of what we need.
I think for the sake of brevity, we could just say bulk food.
Right. Does anyone need ammunition for their
Gonna need-
weapon?
Uh,
So just
you can get me some normal
didn't you go on a
rounds.
shopping spree?
Yeah, but since then I've shot some bullets.
Okay, what do you need?
just normal
Just take 'em out of
analog
his body
ammunition.
like we do with bolt.
What was it? I'm sorry.
Just analog ammunition, I think.
Small arm, long arm,
Small arm.
sniper.
I
I'd
wish
say
I had a
it's pretty
sniper.
average.
And a couple of
That's a
buildings
I don't know.
to
Maybe
shoot.
arm length a little above average.
Could you buy me a gun?
What can we have? One sec, I have to find my notes again.
think we have a bulk quantity.
We have an energy pistol, an energy rifle, 6 shotgun or scatter guns, 4 tack knives, and I believe we have a tack whip.
I wouldn't mind
Yes.
like a sniper.
Are you trained to use a sniper?
Yeah, that's like my thing. What do you think I am?
I don't
Pilot?
know what you are. You're an android.
Yeah, I'm an operative. I'm an operative pilot.
Go buy yourself a sniper rifle then.
That's what I was just saying. I wouldn't mind getting a sniper.
Okay, so how much ammo do you need, Midge? Or
I literally
Max?
need like a magazine.
Okay. How much for the bulk food?
Let's see here. Well, where's this at in here? Other equipment and services, food and drink,
Drank.
Drank.
drink.
That purple drank.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you can pick up a bulk quantity of food that's good for the ship. Like it's ship quality. You can't really take it anywhere else though because it's got to be prepared or it's got to be cooked in a certain way. You can get 10. It'll be 10 credits per week's worth bulk, but it's not good quality. So it'll be like, you know,
Better than what we have right now, though.
better than what you have right now. Yes, because basically what you're eating right now is just field rations, which is just like a protein bar that's got a little moisture in it, so you don't have to drink either, and you just eat that all day, and you don't need to do anything else. So this will be better, but it's still not great. So 10 credits per week's worth.
How much room do I think we have on this ship for food?
For food, you got a whole closet that's two 5-foot cubes of space. So you could fit maybe 2 months worth.
Fill it.
Okay. And we're just going off the prices in the book for weapons.
Yeah, prices on the book for weapons and ammunition. You can find them at basically that price.
Let's find what's his face, the sniper rifle.
I was just looking.
Yeah, surely he can buy one. Isn't the max weapon level 6 technology
Yeah.
level?
Yeah, the Caraway has a max tech level of 6 on it. Stuff.
Oh, the lowest one is 2,
Yeah.
and the next one's 8.
Yeah.
So I have to buy
So,
the
yeah.
2 one.
Yep, you have to buy the 2.
All right, I'll get that. 755. I've got 2,000, so.
You need to buy yourself some ammo with it. Or does it come with some?
Let me
It comes with 1 magazine's worth, but then you have to buy anything extra.
Oh, just on the off chance that they're on the station, I'd like to see if there's any Solarian crystals.
Valerian crystals.
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 You
I
could,
know a guy named
there are Solarians on the station. You probably wouldn't be able to find a place that sells crystals though.
Okay. How about
You need to go
armor?
to you need to go what?
How about sorry, you can.
I was saying
You
you
go.
would need, to get crystals. You probably have to go to a place somewhere like closer to the core regions of the Union.
Okay.
You're pretty out there right
How
now.
about armor?
Like
is there
just
anywhere-
armor in general.
Light armor, preferably.
You can find places that sell armor.
Like, what's the tier?
Same thing, tech level 6.
Okay, 6.
Yeah, 6 is your max.
No, I'm
And you
max.
can. God damn it.
Sorry, was that joke too?
That joke was too bad.
I was about to say, that's my job here. Charisma 6.
It's
Remember
far
that.
too bad.
Remember that.
Oh god, I've been spending too much time with the androids.
Oh,
Learn to
God!
love me.
I'm going to take P6 with me so he can buy his rifle with his own stuff.
Yeah, I just bought some ammo. Bought 50 bullets.
All right. So yeah, P6. You
And-
find you get yourself. What the hell's going on with YouTube? Check my channel page. Everything's saying it's not monetized.
Uh-oh. No. They bet. Oh, I wonder if they're rolling out that new thing.
They
They,
rolled out.
they are.
It wouldn't. I pass it. I've double
Okay.
checked it.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people who are reporting, even with like channels like my size, that are reporting like, well, it's still gonna sit in limbo for a month while the thing goes through.
Oh, you got to like reapply. Do you have to do you have to apply or something?
No, you don't
No,
have to.
okay.
But even if you hit there are other channels that I know that are around the same size as me who have reported that even though they hit all of the requirements perfectly fine, their entire channel was demonetized for a month, waiting for
Wow.
it to like hit.
Well, yeah, but that means it wouldn't happen today because that happened a couple of days ago. That's when it rolled out for the whole site.
I doubt they did every single channel on YouTube across every single.
And I was about to say, knowing YouTube, that's the type of way they work.
They roll that stuff out in stages.
We'll see. I don't know because it's weird. It's being weird because it's taking way too long to load my
It
channel.
could just be
my
a server
video
issue.
manager. Yeah, because that's happened a couple of times. That's why I'm
Yeah.
wondering because it's taking a long time to load my video
But they're
manager.
also doing that whole changing the way that people find your videos thing.
AKA that unless you're a meme channel, they don't find your videos.
No, it's the one that even if you're subscribed to them and even if you've hit the bell, it doesn't show all the videos that your channel releases.
Right, because it auto sets the sub box to not most recent to like featured or something.
Yeah,
like that.
the most like
Popular.
interacted one of
I'm
the last
happy
week.
I'm on Twitch now.
So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
really like doing Twitch. Yeah.
Well, some of us don't have that option. So, you
Oh,
guys,
shit, I didn't read it.
you guys find the weapons and all your equipment that you've been looking for. It doesn't take you that long. It only takes you about a day to get all your supplies bought. You find your gun, P6, and the ammunition. Doesn't take long to do that. You go to a gun shop and pick up all the bullets and charge packs and things you need for your weapons that you have on board the ship. And
I
yeah,
also bought armor.
what'd you buy?
The Lashaha Tempweave Basic.
The Santa.
Whatever.
Okay. What tier is that?
4?
4. Okay. You yeah. So it didn't take you long to do that, and now you're basically just waiting for another day about to do things. Is there anything else you wanted to do about that? Because you will, if you do leave now, essentially, basically, you're just leaving. You have no.
I want to
like,
go chase up the stuff.
What? Oh, you want to go to the Union
Yeah.
garrison? Okay. Do you take anyone else with you, or are you just going by yourself?
I'm going by myself.
Okay, so you're just going to the Union garrison.
Yep.
What were the things that you had taken away from you? Just put them in chat so I know them.
Oh God. You didn't.
'Cause I have a li-
You didn't
I have a-
specify which of the things you took. You just kind of took all of it.
Yeah, I know, but I also took a lot of other things, so I need to know which ones you're specifically asking about.
All of the
I
ones
did not-
that were
I did
taken
not
from
know
my
who-
locker.
Yeah, well, I do not know whose there's what. I just have a list of things. And what goes
I
to who.
can't access
If-
Discord right now. Remember, it's a
You
black
like
screen.
you would try to take
Just
everything.
put it in the chat in Roll20.
Okay. Hold on. Let me find the page.
Now I'm broke.
You're a big boy. Who is a big boy?
Wait, how is the range on the sniper less than my pistol?
Are you sure you're reading that right?
Let me check. I just saw that. I was like, what? This pistol's amazing. Well, I mean, it's pretty shit damage. It just really can shoot far away. That's melee.
You shouldn't
Small
grab
arms.
a shotgun?
No, it's right. This pistol is like can shoot 80 feet, but my sniper can shoot 70 feet.
What?
Yeah, it says it right there.
I'm gonna.
That's nonsense.
Sorry. How?
Must have like the pistol as a scope, I guess.
No, it's the fact of lasers go further than analog bullets. I think
I guess.
in this universe anyway.
I was about to say, wouldn't a laser dissipate pretty quickly in an atmosphere? Especially a small one.
So what weapon did you pick up? What is it called?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I picked up. Just go. The tactical Sheren eye rifle.
Shireen eye rifle. I am not seeing that. Oh, there it is. You have a special. It has a special on it. Read the special, NG. It has sniper 250 feet.
Oh, all right.
So
Make
I
sure
think-
you understand what the special rules are.
Yeah, like I think it's because that like the first thing is almost like your hip fire, and then sniper is when you aim it.
Okay, an
Choose your move
unworldly.
action.
They're
Yeah.
the ones that I've got. I am gonna try and get Snow's back too.
Okay, I have a list.
That's much better. 250. That's amazing. I don't have to move. I can just hide in the back.
That's the point.
Yep.
Okay,
That's the only thing my guy's good at.
you head over to the local Union garrison, Mac.
I'm gonna take Snow's
And,
character with. Oh no, he's gone, hasn't he?
He's gone. He's
Fuck.
gone. The only other person that has anything outstanding is Royce.
What does Royce have?
That's what. Royce lost. What'd you lose, Royce? It was.
I wasn't
you
there
didn't-
to pick
Oh yeah,
anything
you
up
weren't. No, yeah, it was Snow. But then why did you want to go to the pick up that crap?
because I'm acting first officer.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's just Snow and you that lost things, but Snow was able to keep his coins when he left.
Are they still on the ship?
No, he took them with him.
Damn.
Did Greek have anything that was taken?
No, Screek didn't take anything. It was just
Well,
Max
remember,
and Snow.
Max and Snow took everything, and the only item that wasn't confiscated was the only one that I managed to steal away from them. Shields.
No. His little buckler.
My little buckler that I carry around.
Oh, then the shield is not. Oh yeah, I already took the shield off my list that I gave you.
Yeah,
Right.
you already took the shield off.
I
Well, no,
snuck
you have
into his
another
room at
shield.
night and started
There's a
rummaging
buckler.
around in his rustic.
There was a buckler, and then there was one that was about the size of a kite shield.
Oh, then yeah, no, sorry, there should be a shield on that list as well. My bad.
Yeah. Okay. You head over to the local Union garrison. It's a part of the station that it's not as active as the rest of the station, especially in this area. But it's got 2 armed guards in front of it, in front of the entranceway to it. But they don't ask you. They don't like have your ID or stop you or anything when you enter. And when you go inside, it's just it looks like a fairly large chamber with just a lot of people like going between different desks and everything. There's a reception area off to the side, and yeah, everybody's kind of just there's like a low din of talking, mumbling, people, trading information. It just seems like a very big administrative kind of area.
Is there a reception desk?
Yeah, I said there's reception.
Yeah. Can I go up to the
your side.
receptionist and I wish to.
All right, you
introduce
see a
myself to him?
robot like the one that's inside of the sub administrator's office, clicking away. You clear your throat and all the eyes look at you.
Max Fortune of Tekan Fortune. I'm here to collect my items that were taken for me that I was meant to pick up on my leaving of the station.
Takes a few seconds and you hear some click noises, and its mechanical hard drive is roaring up. Identify name of ship.
Manticore.
The Manticore.
Thank
While
you.
this is
Please
going
sit down
on, I-
until you are called.
while this is going on, I'm painting the word Penelope on the bow of the ship.
Make him
Okay.
check for it to make sure he spelled it correctly or something.
Do you have a spacesuit?
I do.
You do. Okay. Do a dexterity check.
Ah, fuck.
You get most of the name all right, but it starts trailing at the end because you're kind of like you're just like
I
pushing
didn't
yourself
format it
along on the.
correctly. I needed to space it in a little.
It starts kind of like drifting upwards a bit and like like extending itself because you're writing it down, but you're still drifting to the side as you're drawing it, and you
Gotcha.
kind of like it didn't work out so well. Usually, what they have is they have like a robot that paints it, like it fixes itself to the ship, so you're doing it by hand. There's a lot of the workers on the outside that are fixing your ship are just kind of like looking at you like you're an idiot.
having their lunch break, like.
Well, not like that, because then they put a sandwich against their faceplate. Just goes out.
No, they're like the hands have like come out the hand bits of the spacesuit, so it's underneath the suit.
You but yeah. So yeah, it told you to sit and wait until you're called.
It still says Manticore on the ship, right?
Yeah, in a couple of places.
Okay, just want to make
Yep.
sure.
At all the
But it's got
places
a
that
hand.
counts, like the logs
It's got a
and stuff.
hand drawn. Yeah.
It's also legally registered as Manticore.
Yeah, it's like what happened to NG, by the way? He just dropped off.
Did he?
I'm
Yep.
assuming
By
it's-
Chinese internet.
I'm assuming whatever that happens, I just assume the Guanggu got him.
Okay. So it takes another 10-15 minutes while you're just kind of sitting in this like really uncomfortable small chair with some magazines to the side. There's a couple other people sitting there. And you hear a very computerized voice. It's Max Fortune, please stand.
No, I stand up.
And a kind of an official-looking gentleman who's wearing a uniform kind of comes out from the side and says, Are you Max?
Yep, that's me.
Manticore?
Yep,
All right, come here. Come, follow me.
I follow him.
All right, you walk down this long hallway that was behind the reception area. There he is. And it takes you a few minutes to get down to this like large room where there's more people working on computers, but these guys don't look like clerks. Like they're all wearing their uniforms. These like they've got reports they're going by. There's stuff on the screen. Looks like they're doing like background checks on people, stuff like that. Ship registry numbers, and he points off to it. Yeah. He's going to want to talk to you, and he points towards a gnomish man sitting to the side in a small office who looks to be reading over a pad.
Okay. I continue on with the utmost confidence in my gait.
Okay. You enter the room, and there sits, who you remember, Lieutenant Macus. The individual that inspected your ship and led the team from the patrol ship Crow
He was
that
nice.
stopped you. Kind of looks up, takes a second. Oh, why don't you sit down?
Afternoon,
I'm telling you
Lieutenant.
to sit and stand a lot. I don't like where this is going. It's like being in Catholic church.
Yeah. So I've been told you're wanting your items back.
Indeed.
Maybe you could help me with some.
Of course.
Because we've been running checks on these items for the better part of a couple of days now. And we've come across some strange results.
Okay.
He looks over towards a stack of pads, and he brings up one and kind of does a gesture, and a picture of a flintlock pistol pops up. Did you tell me where you found this?
It was acquired from a. Hold on. It was acquired on an expedition to a planet, and it was one of the artifacts there.
Do you know what this is?
It is. Hold on.
We got it from Drickle 12A. I'm not there. I'm painting the ship.
It is a. I'm trying to see of how well I will do with what I know of this thing. It is a. It's an unusually designed flintlock pistol of what I assume to be the early dwarven or gnomish design. We found it quite near with the machine gun that also came in. That was dwarvish design, so I assumed they came from the same sort of grouping.
Okay. Presses a couple of buttons, and then you see another picture pop up next to that. In this one, it looks to be the same pistol, but it has a different backing to it. Like it's on a green felt backing with a little plaque that you can't read because it's too low quality of picture.
It's a counterfeit Luger.
Do you know what that is?
It looks like a similar version of the pistol, probably by the background in a museum.
Similar. So you want to tell me where you actually found it?
On an expedition at Drickle 12A.
Because that, and he points towards the one with the green felt backing, is a picture of King Turinen's personal flintlock pistol from the 3rd century. It's magically imbued, and it's been in that museum for over 400 years.
Okay.
That, and he points towards your pistol, is, as far as we can tell without doing a molecular scan, the same pistol.
I mean, the other one's in the museum.
So, we're wanting to know how you have this when this, pointing towards the one in the museum, is still there.
Well, clearly.
Come on, charisma character, do your talking.
Roach, very quickly. Apparently,
Yes.
YouTube is broken right now. So
Oh, okay, thank God.
apparently, everyone's. I can't edit videos, and no one can me to do anything.
Well, I'm
Okay,
streaming
so-
to it right now. If it's still a green screen, if you're watching this on YouTube, go over to Twitch, please.
Just go over to Twitch.
Broken is the correct terminology.
It's not unusual that earlier manufacturers and maybe blacksmiths, for example, make if they've already got a mold for a certain weapon, they might make more like their own to add to their own personal collections. It could simply have just come from the creator itself and was then lost and happens to be a very similar gun.
You know what? I would say the same thing, except he kind of brings it up. Except this weapon is magically imbued, and part of the magical imbuement is that it has inside of its barrel a dragon's heartstring,
Ooh.
which is a biological component, which can be tested through DNA. And would you like to take a guess on how closely those match?
93%.
All of it.
100%.
Okay.
100% to a dragon that, might I add, was killed to make the weapon,
Okay.
died in the 3rd century, which, if you don't know that, is almost 4,000 years ago.
Well, that definitely makes this worth a lot more.
It either makes this the most accurate by a long shot reproduction, or somehow you have in your possession the actual version of this. But let's move on. Let's move on, because I'm going to be honest, this is the easiest one we found to explain it.
Starting at the bottom.
I'm enjoying this.
We're starting at the easiest. Let's go to the next gun. Let's go to the next gun.
Crank it
Why
up
don't
to
we?
11.
Why don't we go to the next gun? Because that one's even weirder.
Is that the dwarven
'Cause-
machine gun by any chance?
Yes, that is the dwarven machine gun.
Okay.
Oh, Max should have that.
The dwarven machine gun presses a button, brings up the picture of the one with an item tag from their inventory.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't exist anywhere else. We have no records of it. We have no records of it because, one, it is a prototype for a dwarven military during the 10th century,
Okay.
and it never got, as far as we know, was never produced, except the rumors that the prototype was made for King Harron, one of the dwarven kings of a hold in Erde.
Very nice.
Yes, very nice, except historians don't believe it exists. The only thing we know about it is the blueprint. Presses a button, a blueprint pops up, remarkably similar to this. So I ask, how?
Same expedition. There was a number of, we'll call them wondrous artifacts in our
Oh, yeah, we're going to use that word for it.
that we came across in our travels, and this just happens to be one. There's far more where that came from, but I just
Oh, no, we're getting to the worst of these.
as you said,
Inside of your collection of coins was a amulet.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Presses a button. There's a little amulet there. It seems to be it seems to have been made for a woman. It's very light and sleek, with like a teardrop shaped design in the center that hangs from it. That has a black eye. Like it looks like it's an eye carving, but made of a black material.
Yeah.
There. This took us a while. In fact, we're still a little hazy on this. We're using records on board station for this one from the last time we got a data net upload. But do you recognize this?
Do I recognize this roach in any way? Is there anything that I would recognize? Would you like me to check to see if I recognize anything?
Do a
Is there history?
culture check.
Culture. That was a
No,
really
you don't.
bad roll.
Yeah, you don't. Is it?
Is there anything? Okay, can I perception it to see if there's anything that's distinguishable on it?
I mean, it's got the eye design, and it's made of an interesting black material for the gemstone, and it's like an interesting silverish metal that's made up of the rest of it.
I remember. I remember this piece now. This was for one of my female clients over in another system.
I find that
luxury.
highly unlikely, because according to our records, you're not even 100. That's right?
I'm not even 100. No, I'm human.
No, human. So you're not even 100. This is from the 1st century.
Mm.
It's the amulet of the Death Queen Harron.
Death Queen. Mm.
He presses a button, and then like a medieval manuscript kind of image shows up.
Always been
There's
fond
this-
of her.
There's this like lich-like woman that's on top of like a mound of corpses, and she's like, there's like designs of her like leading like skeletons forward, and you can see very clearly on her is an intricately designed amulet that has the same eye shape, though obviously manuscript kind of
Skews it. Yep,
detailing,
yep. Mhm.
yeah, skewing on that. This is the only record we could find of it, because when she was killed by a band of adventurers back 20 years after her reign started, her and all of her possessions were sealed inside of an impenetrable sarcophagus and thrown into a volcano. So, out of everything here, this is the most perplexing. Not only because of that, but it also has a very, very dangerous magical imbuement that makes this probably one of the worst things we have in our storeroom right now.
Only one
And the
of them?
fact that you have it made some of us question, one, who you were, and two, what you were.
I mean, that's a fair assumption, I guess.
So, I'm just gonna ask one more time, Mr. Fortune.
Mhm.
Where did you find this?
Same place as I found everything else.
Get out!
No,
just like,
No,
just like
hold-
get out of this damn.
I can take you there if need be.
I'm sorry.
I can take you there if needs be, like, to prove it. But, there seems to be one thing that has cropped up every time. Every time you've mentioned one of these items, and that is that technically they all are either destroyed, still where they're meant to be, or don't exist.
Oh yeah, the flintlock isn't the only thing not where it's supposed to be.
What else is not where it's supposed to be?
Presses a couple of buttons and the kite shield pops up with a very intricate dragon design on the front of it in one of the quarters, and it's split 4 ways, and it's got a different color in each corner. This
It's the shield
This
of
is-
Major.
this is supposed to be in the Rend Museum. No.
Damn it! Why?
Can't escape it. This, and he punches up a picture that looks very modern very surprising. It actually is it looks a press event maybe. And you see a very finely dressed and very recognizable elvish man
Okay.
who you recognize as being the current president of the Elven colonies.
Yep.
And he's seemingly in the middle of like what seems to be a ceremony, and he is kissing the point of the shield. And at this point, this whole time, like he's been getting more and more angry. And at this point, like his eyes are bulging out, and he's kind of nodding his head a little bit. He goes like, "Yeah, yeah." How? He's like, "How?"
You raise a interesting point.
That's one way to put it. So this is your lot. The other lot had just as many, well, somewhat interesting items.
What about the other
All
lot?
of the other lot. Do you want me to go through all of these, Mr. Fortune?
I mean,
Because they're all just the same. They should not be in your possession. In more ways than I can count, they shouldn't be in your possession. Spatially, physically, historically.
well,
The coins are the easy. The coins are interesting. They're interesting, but they also shouldn't exist. For one, you have Veshgarium 3rd century silver dollars.
Ah, that one I can explain. I grew up on a Vesh
Ne-
planet.
Oh well, that's
But I hear
interesting
it.
because they were mixed in with 1st century elvish half moons, of which there's only 10 in existence, and you have 30 of them.
I'm also way back elven, half elven.
I'm sure.
Mothers.
So,
No, I'm talking about what was it?
so if the best you can give me, Mr. Fortune, is that you found these on a random. Here, he takes a second and he types in the name of which you said Dreikel?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm the dumb one.
Why? Why are you the dumb one?
Systems tape.
Which I don't see on the registry here.
So you're saying I made up a planet as well? Holy shit.
So one, I'm not going with you anywhere, because just this, and he points towards the amulet of the Death Queen. This makes me never want to be in the same room as you after this meeting. Needless to say, you're not getting any of it back.
How? Why not?
Because some of them either shouldn't exist and should be given back to their prospective governments of the races that are of their legacy. 2, some of them are outright clones of other items, which either means one of them is a forgery. So it's either the one that's in the museum or the one you have, and the only way we can figure that out is by sending it to the museum for testing. Or, in one case, it's a government object that that has been under constant guard for centuries.
I mean,
And the fact that you have it makes you the best thief ever if you have this. So no matter what, they're all highly illegal. They're all highly stolen, or they're owned by someone else or should be owned by somebody else. I can't in good faith give you any of these items.
what about in bad faith?
I'm sorry?
I mean, at the end of the day, I do have these, and I give him the forms that I originally gave him that you took copies of, which does say that I would hold some legality in their possession. And just because they match other things historically or that are otherwise in existence at other places, doesn't mean that that's outright illegal or stolen. It's just a weird grey area that we find ourselves in.
Make a persuasion check. Or, I guess that would be,
I think there is a persuasion, isn't there? Or is it bluff?
Bluff.
Or is it just a flat charisma?
let's see here. Let's see what would be
Just
applicable.
Max, just blow him. It's fine.
In
None of us will judge you.
what sense?
Do
None
a
of us will
diplomacy
judge you.
check.
So what?
Diplomacy.
Oh, you get ahead of Disney.
And let's face
Jake
it.
Paul should know that, shouldn't he?
I'm leaving the station. You want quite a lot of these items off the station.
I want a lot of these items incinerated. Some of these are highly connected to very evil individuals. For a reason they should be incinerated, and for the reason one of them supposedly was. Points to the amulet. Apparently that didn't take.
I'm gonna feel Roach is upset. I just rolled a crit one.
No, I'm not upset. I'm happy for another reason.
I I see. I thought it was the other way around. I feel
Yeah.
like I just rolled a nat 20.
Because I did.
Oh.
By the way, that 20 only gets him to 21. That's
Oh, so I still
So
pretty
nat
much
20
beat
still
him, but
wins.
because it's a nat 20, it wins.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. If he had rolled anything else, he would have gotten it.
fuck you! Game, why?
My first roll of the night. Gonna be fucked for the rest of the day. Mr. Fortune, I'm going to, in good faith, forget that you just tried to, well, not even bribe me, because you didn't offer anything.
Why would I bribe an officer? I'm sorry. That's
Exactly.
not who I
Why
am.
would you bribe an officer?
Well,
You're
it's a
not
good
getting
thing
any
you
of
did
these
not.
items back. Now, I can tell you if you ever come back here, we can give you updates on their status and whether or not they're real. If it turns out they're not real and they're just very good reproductions, we might not have a legal reason to keep them from you. But right now, given the fact that on the one that we can test 100% whether or not it's fake or real, the DNA matches 100% on the biological component, tells me that something's wrong with these. So I'm gonna put that out. I'm gonna put the odds of you ever getting these back at a high. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say 0%.
What am I meant to say to my buyers?
Were you trafficking these?
Trafficking them? No.
Then who's buying them?
When we first met,
Do you have a name?
Yes.
He kind of brings out a pad.
It's all on the documentation I've given you. My partner is already lined up buyers for them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you'll have to just tell them that they got confiscated. Though I'm not sure you want to do business with somebody who's going to be buying that. Points to the amulet once again. Especially since apparently necromancers and other magical individuals are starting to become more common, according to some local security forces reports I've read
yes,
recently.
I was involved with that.
What?
As in the perpetrator. I put the bullet in the guy's skull.
Oh. Okay. All right. Did not know that. Either way, Mr. Fortune, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Gonna have to ask you just to leave the garrison. I don't think you're... No matter what you say at this point, we, one, still need to investigate some of these items more thoroughly because, well, just, in all honesty, they shouldn't be here. And two, we have to arrange transport to the places they can be tested more thoroughly. And no, the ship you're in will not be that transport.
I'll make it worth your while.
That actually is a bribe.
Ugh. I hope you understand. This is just very hard for me.
No, I understand because some of these items are quite literally priceless. And by that I mean there's literally no price that can be paid that would be worth them due to their historical significance or by the fact that... He looks at the amulet again. Just never mind. This was all you got from that system that you visited. What was its name again?
Dreikel.
Types it in again. You mean the Dreikel?
Possibly. Is this an accent difference thing?
Seems so. Brings a positive result, comes up there. If you say you got this from the Dreikel system, I am surprised. We'll send a ship out there just to double check. But I believe it's time for you to stop pursuing this.
Well, can I arrange for for any messages about the updates to be directed to my?
If you stay with your current ship, we'll send them along the mail routes. You'll find it if anything comes along on
Please do.
the Manticore and looks at your paperwork.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Yeah. Shakes his head and watches as you leave. Very warily.
Almost had it.
Yeah, no, you almost did. You might not have gotten some of the bigger items, but that could have gotten you some of the coins at least.
Sadly, my internet was crapping out for most of that conversation, so I only heard about 50% of it.
Wait, so you
Just a
didn't
lot
get
of-
any of the thing?
Nope,
Anything?
they refused to give me anything. Despite the fact I rolled a 22.
Well, he rolled a nat 20 on his
Well,
his
even for
ability
things
to
that
resist your
they weren't
bribery.
suspicious about?
Oh no, everything was suspicious about that. Literally everything.
Every item.
Every item.
Including
Yes.
those Vesh coins that I said I came from a Vesh planet.
Yeah, because
Not every
just as a side, like they said, 3rd century Vesk right now. You're in the 20th century is kind of the area you're in right now. So that's about 17 centuries away in terms of age. And
We're in the
those are
20th.
yeah, around there. They have a different timekeeping method because they don't have a BC and an AC kind of thing. It's just kind of hoarding time.
Midge, you just went live?
Did I?
Is it the YouTube live thing or what?
Was that YouTube? YouTube coming back?
Not according to my readings because I still don't
Oh,
have
no,
monetization.
no. It was Moss posting something on your Discord. I just saw that one first.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, dear. Well, that was, I'm gonna tell Royce what happened, and...
I mean, I can go try and talk to him if you want.
I
But
don't think it's gonna work.
since you're kind of this is your wheelhouse.
It's not my wheelhouse, I'm a soldier.
Don't you have the highest charisma of the group?
No?
Actually, I do, but I meant like this is his equipment. I hadn't seen most of it since I was manning the fucking airlock.
Yeah, you weren't there for the actual fight, were you?
Right, you're the one who fucked up the airlock.
Right. We've still got the keys to get back into that building. We gotta go back.
Why, to steal more stuff?
Yeah.
Didn't you give him the name of the system?
The system, not the moon.
I mean, there's only so many planetary bodies
It was the only one that had an atmosphere.
and an energy source.
Well, it's either that or we break into the police place just before we leave.
Oh, whoa. You're getting all up on my grill about sticking my fingers in open wounds, but you're talking about robbing someone like it's not a problem?
Not even the police, the military garrison of the station.
Yeah. You're not talking about the local PD, you're robbing the FBI.
So who's with me?
I got what I need. The only item from the store not to be to be held on to.
No. Snow kept on to his.
Kept onto the coins.
He held on to the coins, but he's also not in the party.
Annoying. The only person.
All of his items got taken. It was his coins that remained.
The only person that could actually sell these things just lost them all. The heartbreak.
I know what your problem is. I'm great.
So yeah,
Turn that
That's
frown
it.
upside down, Max.
Is there anywhere I can go practice shooting on this ship?
I really wouldn't suggest discharging a firearm inside of a pressurized hull.
Is there anywhere I
in
can...
space.
Fine. I'm just gonna go to my room.
This is a small, this is a very small ship. It doesn't come with a bowling alley or a shooting range.
I can assume the repairs are finished.
Yeah, they're pretty close. So what do you guys want to do? Are you just going to leave the station without a job to pay for it, or are you just going to go Are you just gonna what?
What I suggest we do is we go snooping around in those logs to see what more we can find out about who hired Mr. Zombie Guy, and go have a conversation.
Okay, you mean the logs of the necromancer guy that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only listened to 4% of the logs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go clean my weapons then. I need
I'm
something
gonna go see what jobs there are, but I'm not gonna necessarily take any.
Okay.
Just see
There's
what's
like
available.
there's a job board on the station for like ships and stuff. There's quite a bit. There's quite a few jobs like going in and out. It's an active station on the edge of space, right where there's a colony boom happening right now. So a lot of people are transporting things back and forth. Some people have got some smaller settlements around. They want things to move towards. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of jobs. Are you narrowing it down to anything, or are you just looking around?
I'm just looking, maybe seeing what's paying well.
Most of them are a couple hundred credits a piece. That seems to be the going rate for a general like couple of guys moving towards places. There's a couple that are higher in terms of price. Let's see here. What's this? There's a animal transport job that pays near 1,000 credits for the trip. There's a personnel transport job that doesn't have a lot of info on it, but it does have a location to go to, a bar in the station to go to if you want to get more information on what's happening. But it does say 3 people transport for 1,000 credits. Those seems to be the two highest paying in your general like tonnage level, because you only have a standard cargo bay, so you don't have a lot of like. There are more jobs that pay a lot more, but you wouldn't be able to transport everything in those jobs.
I'm going to go.
That are on the formal job board.
I'm gonna go talk to everyone and see if they want to look at any of those. Well, we search for this mysterious benefactor.
Does anyone have any opinions then on that?
Nope.
Max is sulking.
Nope. I'm just polishing my sniper rifle.
So everybody's polishing their weapons, and while the one person who wants to get a job can't get a job.
I'm just listening to audio logs.
Well, okay. Jones, you listen to most of them, just kind of going one after the other, and you're just kind of listening to them for the last. Let's say this happened while Max and everybody was doing their stuff, and you've been doing this the whole time. Before Royce does his job search, you listen through most of them, and what you can gauge is this guy's been spending the last 2 months looking through has been getting people and killing them in certain different ways to see what was the most effective and easiest method to keep them viable or to keep them fresh, like keep the undead as fresh the longest. So all those different types of wounds and ways of killing them that you were seeing were different ways of seeing if maybe it would have an effect on how long it took to rot before they became like a skeletal undead. Every mention you hear about, he keeps talking about his benefactor. About 25 days in, he says that his benefactor docked with the emergency airlock to offload some supplies that he requested. A couple of days later, he talks about he wonders how he got through the station's security net on the outside. Various things like that. It seems like he came from the station through those emergency airlocks, and he kept getting supplies through those airlocks at the bottom of the station. Is what you can figure out.
I have a plan.
Uh-oh.
My last plan was a good one.
It was okay.
Okay, we could do it 2 ways. That is, take shifts camping down by the airlocks down there. See who shows up eventually. He's getting supplies. Take a while. We got time. We all get on the ship and just hang out in space in the ship. That airlock, like in the shadow of the station. You come by and plunks on from the outside, and that's all my ideas.
I'm sure the station security is going to be have the same idea.
You're sure the station security is going to take care of this, even though they have failed to take care of it this entire time.
Well, I mean, this is a big deal now. It's before they thought it was just missing people.
He's got a point.
They had no
They
evidence
didn't
of.
do anything.
Well, I mean,
And
we
they're
got lucky because we were
understaffed
attacked.
and undermanned.
Lucky?
Well, relatively.
So to speak, I guess.
I mean, it turned out fine.
So what's your plan then, Royce?
Well, we could go see if there's any jobs because you wanted to upgrade this ship, make it more usable, fix that stupid airlock. But currently, we don't have the funds to do that. Do a few quick jobs, come back, check up on Max's stuff, check up on the necromancer issue, all while making a few credit.
Catch any of that, unfortunately.
See, I caught most of that out.
Yeah,
So
I got that.
that's-
For me, you guys are just.
Maybe try
That's what I
restarting
do for
Discord.
example.
See if that helps.
Shut.
Max is contemplating giving up on being an
Actual crew member.
not exactly an actual crew member either. He's contemplating giving up on
Life.
Doing his job.
in being in the black market artifact business and going back to the military. Although he was never in any formal military.
Hoo-hoo.
He just fought in a small
Whoa.
Veshkian civil war.
So Royce wants to be an airline pilot.
Just for a little while, get some credits. We're not going to make any money sitting in the shadow of the station waiting for someone to show up.
I mean, we de facto made money doing just that. I mean, just now.
I 100% need
But
to take my anger
not
out on
like we're
something.
gonna-
Let me shoot something.
Not like we're going to be able. We're not going to. They're just magically going to give us. Hey, you're sitting in here. You found a ship. We're going to upgrade your ship for you. No, that's not.
I do own a ship now. That seems like profit to me.
Yes, but we want to upgrade it, make it better. We need credits.
Well, I mean, we all have credits. I gave half of mine to Max, and who then bitched off with him, and then I gave you a whole bunch.
Give
You
me.
actually did what you're supposed to do with them.
Oh, well.
I think Royce just used his own funds for that, and he's out of money.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll take my money back.
I mean, if we just want to sit here, that's fine.
Hey, when I wanted to get the fuck off the station, nobody wanted to get the fuck off the station. Now you guys are all horny for staying on the station, or for you know. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so isn't it the same thing still?
I
We
wanna get the fuck
accomplished
off the
what we were
station.
asked to do.
And I wanna
I'm
get
happy to
fuck
get off the station. We got nothing. We got no reason to stay anymore.
So we're just gonna sit in the shadow of the station.
Do you have a better idea?
There's a job board. We can go see if there's any interesting jobs.
I'm not an airline pilot.
Not saying you are.
You don't fly the ship.
Yeah.
He thinks it's
I-
pilot.
All right. I'm not the CEO of an airline corporation.
You never. There might be something interesting.
I mean, wasn't it a transport job?
Yes, but there weren't a lot of details. It seemed sketchy. It seemed like something we would do.
Why would we do something sketchy purposely?
Because that just seems like what we do. We all agreed to go on some whack-ass mission without knowing anyone, and look how it turned out. You have a ship. Who knows what we could get out of this other than 1,000 credits?
That doesn't seem like a lot.
It's more than we...
I say we
We'll
go
make
back to where we found
sitting-
all those items and we just try and get
You,
more.
you don't know that. We didn't know we would make any money doing what we did. We all came out richer. We have a ship. It was fully repaired. You're saying let's go do this fucking bitch ass little thing for pittance. You want to go work for pittance? You work for pittance.
If it's agreed that we just want to sit here under the station and wait, that's fine. We have 6 weeks worth of food,
8 weeks.
8 weeks, whatever. I don't need food.
Did you not buy all the food? You had one job.
I have 80. I paid for all the food.
Okay.
Not that I need it, but so we can sit here for 8 weeks. We'll still have time here on the station if we need to restock. Fine. Is blonde-eyed guy back? What's his name? Damien back?
Yeah, he came back. And he's willing to go with you guys as your doctor, if you'll have him.
Chief medical officer.
Sure, he owes us.
Why?
What?
Why does he owe us?
Because of reasons.
I'm not following. Seems perfectly trustworthy.
I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying he was not able to help in the way he thought he would. So he owes us for what assistance we gave him.
Anybody else have any ideas?
Well, Max wants to go back to Dreigel, get more stuff.
I mean, we have the keys. We just know not to come back to this system and get it all taken away from us next time.
How much time do we have for dock time?
A couple of months worth you were
Okay.
given.
So we're set.
I don't mind the sound of going back. You know, could be worth it.
Yeah, I'd like to see the planet since I had to stay in the ship the whole time.
But didn't you grab everything of value that while you were there? Isn't that what's left? Just like coinage?
No, it's just everything that I could carry that I thought was worth something.
And apparently it was.
You quite literally said Sapien Jones pointed out every magic item he could feel, and you picked up everything that he pointed out.
Yeah.
That was magic.
So is there nothing else there? Like no gems, no coin? There was the big gem light and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of coinage and gemstones and things like that around, but there's as far as you know, no more magic items in there.
I'm not super on board with tomb raiding here.
Well,
Did you expect him to have a conscience?
I just assumed that all you squishy types had consciences.
I'm not talking. I'm talking to Max.
I mean, isn't that kind of exactly what he's meant to be, a conscience in a robot body?
I guess.
Heyo.
Roach, what's Veshk for robot?
I don't know. They're lizards, aren't they? So.
What language? What real life language are we gonna call Veshk?
The first thing that popped into my head was Hungarian because I've been playing Kingdom Come.
Right,
I was
okay.
gonna say Ebonics.
what the aliens sound like in signs.
Did they even speak in signs?
Hisses and clicks.
It's parsable
That
tongue.
was
It's
a
parcel
demon,
tongue.
not an
That's what they
alien.
speak.
No, they're big things. They wouldn't speak as light as parcel tongue, or is that the irony of it?
They have, yeah, it's kind of the irony of it. But I mean, they're lizards, aren't they? So I mean, they don't really have lips.
Wow.
What?
Oh,
It's biology. I'm not racist. It's biology.
The
Fuck
problem
you.
is, robot is almost everywhere named robot. Robotnik.
So what are you doing, guys?
Max wants to loot a temple. Royce wants to be an airline
What?
pilot.
Hey, I gave
wanna
2
deal with the
options. It's
situation.
raid the temple or rob the military. And I'm
What
down
about
for
you,
both.
P6? You've never You haven't voted for anything.
My guy's fine as long as we're making money or going somewhere. I'm not fond of the idea of sticking around for nothing.
My interest is piqued by this necromancer dude. We should delve into that.
There's nothing to discover in death.
Wow, that was utterly philosophical.
For one of the few times he talks.
Hey, he's more
That
of
was just a
support character
backhanded
kind of guy.
slam at a robot, you realise?
Not really. He's alive. He doesn't want to die. The great thing about robots is we live forever. You guys die, so there's nothing to be found in that.
Well, then why don't we spend? How often did it seem like he came back in? His benefactor came back in the logs.
Well, we had 50
Once.
days worth of logs, and he came back several times.
No, he came back once.
Oh, wow.
And what day was
on the
that?
25th day.
And on the
So he should be
25th
back
day,
And what he said was he dropped off more medical beds. That's what it said.
Well, then let's wait a month, and if nothing happens, we restock and go do something else.
I'm fine with that.
Max,
I guess.
we'll practice sparring in the meantime or something. I don't know.
No, you can practice shooting you.
Well, whatever. P6, does that work for you?
Fine.
Damien,
He agrees.
Screek, what are you doing?
Airlock.
Screek's all right with it, though he's been more quiet as of recently.
Oh no, Screech is dead. Just
fine,
turn
we
around.
can't animate
Just
it.
turn around. He just
He
dies.
had a heart attack.
Oh no.
I like it. I like what it is in Mary. Muzz is now looking up what robot is in other languages.
Well, then let's do that.
All right, so you guys. So what is your plan? You're staying here for a month.
Plan is to basically like camp out in like a blind spot near the airlocks on the other side where they're delivering the supplies from, and try to just.
They won't let you do that because that means you'll be inside of the airspace, like just around. Like they are either docked or you're leaving or coming away. There's nobody that lingers in the airspace because that's
Alright,
that's a
we
hazard.
take- Shit. Well, there goes that plan. So what's next?
Well, fuck it.
That was the plan.
That was the plan. So what's so now what do you
Well,
want
we
to do
can
then?
stay on the station.
No, yeah. The other side of the coin is we camp out the inside of the airlocks.
How long until the next 25th day?
25 days.
So
Well,
it
it's been
happened
seven-
like yesterday.
Oh no, it's less than that.
Yeah, it's like 22 days. It's been a couple of days at the end of that. Because you got him on the 50th day. That was his last log. So it was either his 50th or 51st day. By the way, he did not mention anybody's dropping anything off on the 50th day log.
So we could have already missed them.
Yeah, exactly.
And they could already know that he's dead.
Possibly.
Why don't we just ask if we can help in the investigation in any way?
We've already been dismissed.
I haven't. I was
You were
never-
never hired.
You were never a part of it.
Exactly.
Zach?
You were never admitted.
Exactly.
You see, Ivan, you can't be dismissed. You've never been admitted.
Maybe Max's new friends in the garrison could use some help.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. Don't let me go back there.
Mrs. Magnus is going to join EU4 tonight.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Gonna be fun.
Maybe one of us could get a job in the place where they took your stuff.
Oh, I'm all for that, and you can help me steal it.
Get an inside man in the garrison. So what's the plan, guys? We've just been sitting around. What are you guys doing? So far, your options are, I mean, from what you guys have discussed and what you guys have been talking about, you could stay on the station
Wait.
and
How the fuck this shit get on the station? He just said he snuck in through the airlock. Was there any other information other than that?
said he was dropped off by his benefactor.
No name of a ship, no description of the ship.
Nope. Every time he mentions whoever's helping him, he says benefactor.
Was there a time? Did he give a time when he arrived?
No, there's no time code other than just
Is there
the
any way to track ion emissions?
not.
Not on this ship.
Well,
Not
one,
from a Jedi.
not after more than 2 months.
No, but if we can, I mean, obviously they have some way of monitoring who enters the system or the airspace, correct?
To an
Well,
extent,
I've-
yes.
Some shit he said he got in here undetected and was surprised he wasn't found out, so they snuck in.
Yeah, that's what you get from the gist of the message. So,
So
I mean,
obviously
normally,
it's
yeah,
fine
they can
to
spot
be
people
there.
they can find people just fine entering and exiting the system. But you do know there are things that there are stealth systems and stuff like that for most militaries use them. So I mean, they exist.
It's behind the doodle. Doodle works fine. They understand me.
Somebody agrees. You use Doodle too much.
It's fine.
We understand you. Doesn't mean we like it.
He's a Smurf.
That's no, you're not. That's because you're.
Pipe down, Ben. You're oddly proportioned.
Yeah, they think I look like a gorilla because I look like I'm tall from the shoulders up, and I have long arms, but then I'm short.
You just wave them side to side.
That one, right there.
That's
Rose.
Space God.
Oh yeah, we don't have our names on.
That-
do we?
Oh yeah, we don't have our
He's
names.
on the left side of your face right now.
Well, I was pointing to him. He's right there.
How about you point this way?
Because
he's over
Wait,
there.
wait, no,
Camera's
yeah,
reversed.
Are you high?
No.
yeah. God giving life to Adam. Just touch my finger.
Wait.
The bloody Sistine Chapel going on. Good.
Bennett, have you been using the doodle?
No, I have not been doodling.
All right, concentrate. Who's that?
That's Rose. That's Chris. That's the Chinese guy.
Chinese.
I'm not Chinese.
You live in China.
What's
And,
a
Fantastic.
That's Mitch.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, they're so shy.
Ni hao.
We're on the internet. How are we shy?
They're so shy. Yeah, they can hear them sometimes from the other room. Is it because they're in the room?
Oh. We got Penny here. She's a girl too.
Yeah, but
Penny's the best girl.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa.
You're the best.
I'd agree with that. Penny's best
Even
girl.
even Ben agrees.
So how come you're not? If Ben agrees, then he's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh.
I say that every
Hey.
day.
I mean, you can sleep there. You can sleep there with Penny, can't he?
That's true. She does sleep with me.
So how come you're not playing the actual like D&D?
We switch off every other week.
Yeah, I'm GM now for this week,
I have
and then
taken
switch over
control.
to Ben.
Wait, so are you not?
So right now,
Are you not the DM?
no, Roach is in control right now, and I'm just a shithead.
Roach is the one that thinks he has good pizza, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I know.
You make good
That's
pizza?
not pizza, that's casserole.
She's got a
Wait.
point.
No, she doesn't.
I do have.
New Yorkers don't know shit about pizza.
Oh, you too much
Come over there.
Chicago pizza.
Yeah, they're having the old Chicago.
See,
Yeah,
I've
but
never
he-
had Chicago pizza, but I really want it. I think I'd like it.
I
probably
really want
would,
deep
it's
dish
good.
Pizza, though.
No, you don't.
I do want deep dish pizza. At least want to try it.
It's great. It's so good. It's fattening as
What
hell,
is
though.
it actually?
It's not.
How do you know? Have
I've
you
had
ever?
it.
You haven't.
We're not gonna get anywhere.
We're not getting anything done this week, are we?
I'm sorry,
I'm
Roach.
leaving, I'm leaving soon.
I would
No,
help,
I want
but I didn't
No,
get
I
any
want
of my
pizza.
items.
Too.
Yeah.
Roach, could you send me some pizza from where you live?
I could. I mean,
So
it
where?
would be edible.
Roach is in Illinois, right?
Yeah.
Where are the other guys?
Las Vegas.
NG Paradox is China.
China.
United
Is
Kingdom.
in Kent.
I'm not in Kent right now.
You're not. He's not in. He's slightly not in Kent right now.
I'm in West Sussex.
Ah,
Oh,
West
jeez.
Sussex, the land
And you
of...
wonder why you seem pretentious on your photo.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
There you go.
Oh.
What means you're gonna go gambling all the time? That must be great.
I'm sure that's what they do. Just like we go to Disney all the time because we live in Orlando, right?
I've been
But
downtown
You do go
3
to
times.
Disney all the time, but
Yeah, don't
because
you work at
there.
Disney though? So isn't that a bad
We
example?
don't talk about that. Hopefully not much longer.
Too many
The
Haitians.
mouse just about got the finger
Yeah.
today.
So if you decide to join us for D&D, this is the shit you gotta live with.
I have to hang out with a bunch of boys.
Yeah.
Boys have cooties.
Yeah, we do.
Mm.
Jesus, that's still a
Cooties are
thing.
bad.
Still a thing.
Hi, Petey. Who's the biggest dog?
The great cootie plague of 42. That
I
was
didn't realize they
bad
had
times.
their stream schedule up.
Yep. Yep. Oh, dog. That's a dog butt on me. That's all the dog butt.
Well,
Penny.
so I'm just gonna ask: do we want to just like since we're missing Bob this week, and since Midge is like half here most of the time because he's been working on a scheduling thing? I've noticed it. Don't worry, I haven't. It's not like I haven't noticed it.
So, pal,
Do we just want to end it here before you make a decision on what to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
for
so-
the rest
so
of it?
That way we can, make some decisions on with a full crew and a clear mind.
Yeah. Just before the end of it, just depending on whatever it is, Screek comes to you guys, and he says he wants to leave. This is way too much. He didn't expect to.
He's
to
got a
turn into
terminal
this.
disease.
Well, no, he just doesn't. He came on to this mission like to do an archaeological dig. He didn't come here to go fighting necromancers or anything like that. So he just wants to. He wants to leave. He's gonna get a ship out of the system, and he's
fuck
gonna go
off,
back to his
Ratman.
home. So that's right before he goes. He tells you that, and he leaves, and
Didn't
that's what
Aquila
you
say
see of him.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, essentially.
Imagine that.
Probably gonna go
this-
hook up with Zippy's widow.
This is basically just my way of making sure that if he ever does come back, he doesn't have to remake a character and he doesn't have to start from scratch. But either way, so that's good.
Banging the Zippy widow. I see how it is.
Begging the Zippy would-
Are they talking about an actual person or just a person?
Yeah. One of the other guys got a job, so he had to leave.
Is that
so-
the one that you want me to replace?
Yeah.
Blunt. Love it.
That was very blunt. That was very blunt.
They'll get to know me.
Welcome to my wife.
They'll get to know me.
Sorry, Tog, you've been replaced. If not physically, spiritually at this point.
Yeah, but it's not pretty.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
So,
pretty.
was there anything else you guys wanted to do before we just kind of end it here? Anything you wanted to shop around with, do anything in your downtime?
What kind of downtime activities are there available?
I mean, there's
Spa.
in the station. There's plenty of things to do. I mean, it's a fairly large station. There's
Mapping the exterior of the station to see if it butts up against the FBI holding cell.
um,
Go seeing what the nightlife is like.
There are bars. There are bars plenty. There are a lot of bars around. There's a lot of shopping to do.
I'd
There's
like to spend my time flirting with a robot secretary.
the really fucking creepy one that you.
It's just a machine. It was just, don't worry.
It just keeps one. It inquires about your name, age, and occupation.
You should join me for TK2.
Name.
Age, association.
Max, you want to go find a bar?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Like, is nothing off limits for you? I mean, you go after horses and
Horse, yeah.
apparently a fucking machine. I mean, what the hell, man?
Hey, I'm a robot. in this.
Next would be horse
He's an
machines.
android. Horse machine.
Horse machine.
Machine horses. That's when you know he's gone downhill a bit. He's gone a bit off there.
You guys find a decent bar to go to for your nightlife. There's
Any gambling?
it's not that kind of bar really, but you're told by some of the other pilots and crew members in the area that there's this bar in one of the docking arms of the mid-level docking areas that's called the Flat Spin. All the kind of all the guys go to, and all the crew kind of just comes around there. It's in an old storage bay that's been repurposed, and it's
Is
got
that
a lot
the
of the
same
enlisted
song
union.
being played over and over again?
I say we fuck everything Roach prepared. Straight on ahead.
Don't worry, you've already been doing it this whole fucking
Nope,
time.
we're going on to a whole other level here. Straight out ahead, second star to the
But yeah,
left.
it's think kind of like a dingy dingy like sailor's bar, kind of what you're looking at. but
Yeah,
in
that's
space.
where I want to be.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Second star to the range, straight on till morning is Peter Pan.
No, that's
Star Trek.
that's Star Trek.
Yes, it is.
It's Peter Pan.
You like the original series? It's fucking Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk says that in the third or second movie.
I don't know. Where's Bob when you need him?
Where's
just
Bob?
go-
We need
He
him.
says at the end, they just all settle down on the bridge, and he says, straight on ahead, second star on the left.
Oh, I'm thinking second star to the right.
Yeah, see.
Or
fuck
we
Peter
could try and find a planet with the ancient city of Rend on it.
Ooh.
I've heard rumors. They've had great glass.
So yeah, if that's all you guys wanted to do,
Is it boring?
yeah, we can end it here for the week. It's a little early, actually. We've only been going for
It's not that early.
It's an hour early.
Yeah.
It's just an hour.
Oh
early.
yeah, it is an hour early.
Yeah, it's about an hour early, but I mean that's all right. We're missing 2 people, theoretically. So we need to. We go next time we get in. You'll be able to figure out what the hell you're gonna do.
Yeah.
As
And I do apologize, Rich, for how busy I've been.
it's all right. You've
After this weekend, I'm all good.
been surprisingly enough, even considering that. But yeah. Do you guys even want XP for this session, or do you want to just wait until we actually do a full session on
Yeah,
that?
we
Do I
just-
not?
No,
Do I
just-
not
just-
want
You didn't
XP?
You didn't really do anything, so it's going to be like a very minute sum this week. I could just save it up until you get
Yeah,
until you
hand
do
it
something
next
worth
time.
Yeah, he's usually in this. He's stuck in Wyoming.
I'm still angry about your crit. Your
Yeah,
only, your
I'm
only
very-
roll of the
it. I've
day
still got
as
the.
well.
I still haven't touched that dice. It's still there.
could do-
But all right.
What we could do is figure out where the holding cell for all this stuff is, and just, come in from the outside, like weld, cut through the hull, or just shoot it. We open the cargo bay.
Almost like a Breaking Bad thing with a magnet, just like, but she cut it out and then
We
just
open,
stuck
we
it
open the
in.
cargo bay up like a big mouth, like the Serenity, and then we just shoot it, and then everything gets ejected out into our open mouth, and then we close and go.
You like having things put in your open mouth?
Get used to
I
this.
wish they were louder. I wish they were louder.
Yeah.
They've gone really quiet, so I don't know if everyone's hearing what they're saying. The shit they're coming out.
I'll make sure to turn the gain up so you can hear all of my wife's "That's what she says."
Well, if
What is-
you weren't so
Are you
good-
married to Michael Scott? Is that what's going on?
But yeah, so we'll end it here for this week, and you guys can think about what the hell you're gonna do next
There's
time.
ideas.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you definitely have ideas.
Attacking
Uh,
the FBI,
Yes.
tomb raiding,
Yeah. To the
Follow
system
it
that you gave
across.
these coordinates to the FBI, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a double plot.
You said the
You
name
gotta
of the
take their
system, I was
ships
like,
out too.
Oh god, you told them where it is.
Hey, at that point, I was
Zombie
still gonna
plot.
get away with all the objects.
Zombies in space?
Yeah, it's like Dead Space.
How do you have zombies? Oh.
It's like Dead Space.
It's not totally like Dead
And then
Space.
Chris's idea of just
It's
being
more like Walking Dead in space.
Yeah.
Lots of talking and a bit of
yeah,
shooting.
in Dead
You
Space,
only
it's
fought
just
like 10 zombies this time.
Forgetting
Like,
that they have things coming out of their abdomen too.
Also this.
Also, you're an idiot.
Yep. Idiot like a fox.
Wait,
idiot like a fox. That's
Well, you know what? I heard this rumor about a guy called Han Solo. Apparently, he's a smuggler. We could take that up.
take up smuggling.
Yeah, but the first half of his life was total garbage, so we don't need to talk about that.
Oh
hey,
wait.
there's a new film coming out just about that.
Yeah, I know, and it's gonna be shit.
We're gonna find out how he met Chewie, and like we can then see Chewie with a young face. It's gonna be amazing.
Because I still have not seen the
I
trailer.
refused to watch it. I saw 3 stills of it, and I was like, nope, that's all I need to see. I'm done. Nope.
It's all right because even back whenever it was all just like the extended universe background for his early life, it was still pretty shit. It wasn't that interesting.
We're gonna see Han Solo before he got
Chewie's
plastic
death
surgery.
was cool though. In the extended universe, Chewie got hit with
What?
a planet.
Yeah, a moon
What?
crashed on him.
When does Chewie
In the
die?
extended universe, it's the extended
It's in
universe.
extended
The dead,
universe,
the
which
now,
is
the now legends, isn't it?
all of the books and
Why does Disney have to ruin fucking everything?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Disney.
Chewbacca's now alive. I mean, that's kind of good. Chewbacca's nice. He did die a cool way though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
having a cool death is still it could be better than having a shitty life.
Yeah,
I like
now his friend is
I-
dead because his son
I like the way
got,
Han Solo died.
his son killed him.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Like Chewie's so cool that the only way to kill him was to hit him with a moon.
Yeah.
Moon. A moon.
All right.
The wizard
So-
from the moon.
That's the end of the that's the end of this week's session. I hope you guys enjoyed it for whatever it was. It was kind of draggy because we had a lot of people busy and also gone.
I had some interesting conversation. I poked a hole around in a wound.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Yeah,
think
you
it's
did.
funny that Max objected to me double checking that it was a body, but has no objections to robbing a corpse.
I don't like my feet. I'm gonna cut them off.
Okay.
The line
So-
draws with with you playing with the human body. You're already wearing half of one, so
I don't care
like.
where your lines are. Mine are somewhere else.
Specifically down the back where he has
don't
the
you
zipper.
fucking forget.
Yeah,
I got
that's the line.
Of animate dead now. I could be a necromancer whenever I want.
A pretty shitty one because it only
Yeah.
animates half your caster level.
You gotta show me your wand. I think
No,
you've
no,
already
the
done that.
description of the wand.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's
Anyway, we'll see you next week when there'll be D&D. Goodbye.